And good afternoon. Welcome from Converse Fields here in Cheyenne as we are ready to bring you a double dip of Cheyenne Extreme fast pitch action. It will be the Cheyenne Extreme in doubleheader action today against the Broadway Bombers out of Scottsbluff. Now, the last time we were here, Nick Proietti and myself, as we are live streaming this afternoon into this evening on YouTube as well as Periscope via Twitter, we are here against Gering. Well, we've been trying to catch up with the Extreme, and of course, due to other restrictions that have been in place due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were unable to bring you the state tournament at Laramie. We were unable to bring you the Sparkler down in Loveland. We also had some difficulties in bringing you action from Rapid City. But with that all being said, we get a chance now to bring in head coach Adam Galicia of the state champion Cheyenne Extreme 18 and under team. Coach, first off, congratulations on yet another state championship. I know it doesn't get boring. They just seem to get better, don't they?
Yeah, it does get better. And, this one's actually kind of a special one this year, just with all the stuff going on in the world, how tough it was to get practices going early in the spring, cramming so many games into a short period of time. It's definitely a special one.
And usually after this time we get done with state tournament, we're off to some big trip and a regional. Unfortunately, that's not happening. But I don't want to use the word anticlimactic, but your kids still get a chance to play because, again, you've had a lot of inquiries to play ball against your 18 and under team. So let the season continue.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a few more games in. Definitely, I understand what you're saying about the anticlimactic because, we were expecting to be in California right now playing some games out there. And so it's kind of it's a natural letdown that we're not out there doing what we want to do out there, and we're still getting to play some games here, and just trying to keep the girls motivated. We got some camps coming in August and stuff, so just trying to keep them tuned up.
Yesterday on our Wyoming Sports Talk Today program, we mentioned that you got 48 games under your belt, so it'll be 50 after this evening. But it's interesting to point out those 48 games came in a very small window of time.
Yeah.
I guess the question is for your young ladies, fatigue. Again, you've asked a lot out of them in a very short period of time.
Yeah, and I probably said that wrong if I did. We're sitting at 43 games, and but still, that's in a normal season. We'll get average about 15 games a month. We go 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and we've over doubled that output in 5 weeks, a little over 5 weeks. And yeah, they have a lot of little injuries that we're trying to heal up. Pitchers' arms are a little sore because they're throwing a heck of a lot more. What they throw in the season is still on average, but it's in such a short period that it's putting a lot of wear and tear on them right now.
Well, let's talk about your team in general. The things that from game one to where we're at today, where have the improvements really shown for you and your son, the other coach?
Defensively, we have everybody figured out, who's best at what position. Usually it takes us good, 3-4 tournaments in to figure out exactly where we're going to sit in the batting lineup. When certain people are up, who do we want to see coming up next? So the lineup is set defensively, offensively. We were just starting to click now, and now the season's almost over.
Bill, you had a lot of teams that you coached 18 and under, and you look at this year's team. I don't want to rank them, but, tell me about I would say when it's all said and done, you're going to probably say this is a very special group of young ladies that persevered throughout the course of the summer.
One thing we've always strived for and we always try to create is teams that are mentally tough. And with all the stuff that's gone on this year, this is definitely one of those teams they rank up there as being mentally tough. We were expecting to play somewhere between 70 and 80 games this year and compete. Honestly, I was expecting to go compete for a national championship. And so they've settled in. They're actually where we need to be for them to go do that. And so they're definitely good. They're going to rank up there in the top 5. We've had some really special teams in the past, not taking anything away from these girls, but they're definitely up there.
Broadway Bombers, they come in, they're 11-7-1. Anything you know about the team out of Scottsbluff?
You know, they're getting some work in. You know, it's basically their high school team, Scottsbluff High School team, and you know, it's just like a lot of high school teams in Nebraska. You know, they want to get some summer ball in, trying to make their high school teams better. They're going to play, you know, from first pitch to last pitch, and they can hit the ball. You know, we've had the couple games we've had against them, they've put the ball in play. We've had to make some plays, so I expect them to come in. They had a doubleheader last night against Gehring, so I expect them to be ready to play.
You know, from the last time we chatted with you, things have changed in your life. You are now the head coach for the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds in their inaugural season, fingers crossed, in 2021. So do you think, you know, and again, we've talked with the other coaches at Central as well as Cheyenne South, do you hold a little advantage over those coaches because you know what's needed? You've been around the game for a long time. Again, you get a chance to scout a little bit as well, some of your opposition that you're going to be facing. But do you hold a little bit of an advantage card when we get ready for the 2021 season?
Why, no. You know, I would say I would hope I do. You know, obviously it's tough. You know your players. Obviously our players are going to be split up evenly between the schools, and also with some players from Laramie. So we know their weaknesses, their strengths. You know, so although we're always coaching the girls to excel all the time, we don't want to not coach because that's not what I do. But yeah, you know, I kind of feel I know my players and I know what they're going to be doing.
Final thought, too, as we look ahead towards the upcoming season in 2021, and it can't get here fast enough as far as I'm concerned, but you look ahead, and I'm hearing the rumblings around town as well, not just 18 under extreme, not 16 under extreme, 14 under extreme. I'm hearing the city recreation. Everybody is excited that girls softball has finally come. And again, you know, you feel bad for the seniors. They're not going to get a chance to play as they're going to be going off to college. But this city is abuzz. They're looking forward to high school women's fast pitch.
Yeah, I've got a lot of inquiries from people, especially out of the rec program too. I've had a number of inquiries. You know, are we going to be doing some summer camps? Are we going to be doing this or that? You know, to just expose these girls to the level of practice that they're going to have to be at. And obviously here in the, you know, we're trying to get some stuff settled with the high schools, but I would say here in the next couple of weeks you're going to start seeing some summer camps come up, some weekly practices with these girls, especially the rec girls. They're going to be finishing up their season and get them out here and let them know what that next level of practice is, you know.
Before I let you go, and matter of fact, you made a point there. As you know, you're going to be going to Cheyenne East, talking with Jerry Schlabs. Jerry's not just going to order balls and bats and stuff. Obviously, you know, with you being part of the extreme, a little bit of advantage that you know what kind of equipment is needed.
Yeah, you know, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. The school district has actually already went out and spent, I don't know, $35,000-$40,000 of equipment. They pretty much, they got some inputs there, but they kind of got everybody the same type of equipment. I'm sure it's going to be good quality. You know, we'll find out as we go. It's going to be a learning progress.
Coach, good luck on the double dip. We'll catch you on the post-game show after game 2. Adam Galicia joined us here on our program for this afternoon. We got a doubleheader coming up with the Broadway Bombers and, of course, the Cheyenne Extreme 18 under. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with the starting lineups after this here on 1480 KRAE, YouTube, and Periscope via Twitter.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College has been something that's always been on the back of my mind.
This is where I found what I wanted, one of my passions, what I really love to do.
In class, I feel more engaged.
The people here do care about you, and they want to help you succeed in life.
They make it so easy to be a parent and be able to still go to school.
I like the way I'm improving.
I love being, part of the LCCC family, and I'm glad I made this step in my life.
And welcome back to Converse Field as we get ready for doubleheader action. Yeah, it's nice to be back with the Cheyenne Extreme. It's nice to have extreme action at home after a nice state championship 4-1 run in Laramie this past weekend. I know we were over there on Friday.
Yeah.
But
the only day that, at least for the Extreme, they lost, that was to that Gillette squad, the Blue Jays. Again, as they saw them 3 times that weekend up there in Laramie. But the more important thing is that the Cheyenne Extreme are on a 4-game winning streak heading into this doubleheader here against the Broadway Bombers. But also, too, they are your 2020 state champions, even though they faced Gillette and Laramie. Some absence by Casper, Sheridan, some other at least cities here in the state of Wyoming were off doing other tournaments at that same time. But either way, though, for the Cheyenne Extreme, they are your 2020 Wyoming state champs, crowned this past Sunday over there in the Gym City.
And of course, as we get caught up, the last time we were out here was against Gering, and I know the frustration, especially with Nick, because Nick was trying to get us involved everywhere. I mean, Loveland was still under the COVID restrictions. If I'm not mistaken, it was no media allowed. I don't think parents were
allowed as well, too. They had to sit far away from the fields, and even players were restricted to
we can't call a game from center field. I'm too old to be seeing things from 200 feet away.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, again, they had to scrap the Loveland, at least one, due to the fact that, yes, they're still under those strict guidelines, health guidelines, in that part of the world. Rapid City, unfortunately, couldn't make up to that one.
That was logistics problems on that
logistic,
one.
And then last, at least, weekend with Laramie in the state champion, at least the state tournament. Again, we were hoping to do that, but, again, facilities not up to par out there.
You know, that was disappointing, too. We go to Laramie, and, again, if these are the fields that they're going to be using for high school, you might want, this is a message to you over in Laramie, you might want to get the junk out of the press box.
Yeah, without a doubt. And also to make sure you have power as well, too, up there, because I would not doubt that you also, too, have a local broadcaster up, at least out there in Laramie, that probably wants to cover those.
That was really disappointing, because when we went out to that complex, they had 4 booths. 3 of them were closed shut. The one that was open was the field that we were planning to do a game from. And it was full. I mean, it was like somebody just basically dumped all their garbage in there. And that was really disappointing to see because, again, we are showing this commitment to carrying our local teams, and especially with the Cheyenne Extreme. And unfortunately, we did not get that opportunity last weekend to bring you the state championship. And, again, in this situation here, winning a state championship, I don't care if it was watered down or not. You are still the best in the state. And again, the Cheyenne Extreme is similar to Post 6, year in, year out. You can bank on the 18 and under team of the Extreme under Adam Galicia to be state champions.
Yeah, taking care of business. And again, for Post 6, they're looking to at least do that as well, too, coming up in the month of August, where they'll be competing out in Rock Springs for another at least state title. Again, didn't compete for one last year due to the fact that they won the Cobbett tournament, and so they opted to go to the Connie Mack World Series. But again, with this season, with all the national tournaments being canceled, again, they're sticking to the state of Wyoming. But regarding the Cheyenne Extreme, looking at where they are right now, even with the state championship, 25-13-1 overall on this season. Again, what has been a wacky 2020, but again, they've gotten a lot of games in, and again, 25 wins under their belts, including, again, the championship win this past Sunday against Gillette, 10-1. And again, looking back on this 4-game winning streak that the Extreme are on right now, 15-0 advantage for the Extreme against the Laramie Lightning, 18-0 again against that same Laramie team, 10-1 in that championship game against Gillette. So again, pretty dominant effort this past weekend up in Laramie.
Run that record by me again for the Extreme.
25-13-1.
How come I had 34? I thought he mentioned yesterday in our program 34-14.
Maybe again, I go off of what I have on their game changer, and again, it might be incorrect or it needs
he's got
to be
30. Well, he just told us they got 43 games in.
I don't know if I can trust my stats.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of scratch that off as well. Let's go into the starting lineups, and again, we do welcome everybody in from Scottsbluff as they made the trip. These young ladies have only played 19 games thus far, as they under Mike Jones are 11-7-1. So, and again, we were up in Gering, so we know the restrictions in that part of the world
they're not as
bad as
extreme
they are.
as Loveland. And again, from what we know, again, there is one player that was a part of at least the Scottsbluff kind of crew, that being Taylor Klein, that again is a transfer in, so to speak, from Scottsbluff, that area, to come play with the Cheyenne Extreme, because again they got their season underway well before a lot of those teams out there in western Nebraska got underway. So again, it's been kind of up to different counties, different cities, different states right now of what we're understanding. But for the Cheyenne Extreme, again, they've, not as many games. Again, you're at this point in time here, late, mid-July, they're looking at probably 40, 50 games under their belt, 60 as well. So
we should be talking about Cheyenne Frontier Days, and that's not happening as well either. Let's get to the starting lineups here for the Broadway Bombers out of Scottsbluff, Nebraska. Under Mike Jones, this is the way they will line up. Alex Jones will lead off. She'll be at second base. Mariah Avila will be at third base. She is wearing number 1. Kimber Schallenberger will be the pitcher, wearing number 28. Number 14 is Sasha Pies at first base. So there's your first 4 hitters. Batting fifth will be Reagan Churchill. She will be behind the dish. Maddie Johnston at shortstop, wearing number 24. At center field, it will be Angelica Arroyo, or they call her Jacka. Melina Garcia will be in left field. You'll have some extra hitters. Again, 12 on the list here for today. Keela Peters will be one extra. Well, first off, Ashley Grasmick will be the first extra hitter, followed by Keela Peters, and then Ariana Canseco, the extra hitter, and Delaney Hahn will be batting in the 12th spot, and she will be playing right field. So that's your starters and your lineup for the Broadway Bombers. For the Cheyenne Extreme, it'll be Janie Adair. She will be at left field and leading off. Ariana Galicia at first base, batting second. Batting third will be Trista Stewine. She'll be at second. Brogan Allen will be at third base, as she will be batting fourth. Batting fifth will be Taylor Klein, wearing number 4 at shortstop. Jade Reinhardt will be in right field, wearing number 22. Doing the catching will be Alexis Naughton, wearing number 12. Jordan Wright will be in center field, and Michaela Morehouse is on the hill for the Cheyenne Extreme and the extra body that they got. And they brought one up from, I do believe it was the 16 and unders, Marissa Morehouse. So obviously must be related to Michaela.
Yeah, so we'll talk about Michaela as we get underway again. She has 59 innings pitched for the Cheyenne Extreme, looking at a win-loss record of 7-3 for this Extreme team on this season.
Morehouse and Naughton is your battery, and leading off will be Alex Jones, batting from the left side. First pitch is underway, and it's swing and a miss for Jones. As we take a look at the Taco John scoreboard, we are just getting started here. First of 2 from Converse. Here's the 1-0-1 pitch, and now the count is even 1-1 as that one slid to the outside on a fastball. So again, Morehouse and Naughton is your battery for the Cheyenne Extreme. 1-1 offering coming up to Jones, the right-hander. Wheels, deals, a little low, and it's 2-1.
Looking at for Michaela on the season as well, too. Looking at some of her pitching stats, 68 strikeouts, walks 18. She is at least allowed on base.
2 balls and 1 strike now to Alex Jones. And the pitch, that will be fouled off to the left side. And the count is even now at 2-2. And again, too, a little bit about Morehouse. She throws her fastball around 60, 61 miles an hour, has a drop curve, screwball, changeup. I'm anticipating we're going to see that change right now on a 2-2 pitch. And here it comes. Something taken off on that one, but fouled back to the screen, and it's still even at 2-2.
Again, for Michaela, she's kind of the ace of this squad for the Cheyenne Extreme, looking at ERA of 2.85 of the team. Again, leads the Cheyenne Extreme with the ERA.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's low in the dirt. Took something off of that as Naughton kept it close in the dirt. So the count now runs full, 3-2. We're just underway. First of 2 here on YouTube, 1480 KRAE on the YouTube side. Fouled off to the left side again. Mike Galicia tried to barehand it. Coach. Anyway, and then we will follow that up with game 2. So we'll have a double dip for you. Nice day today. Absolutely gorgeous.
As we thought the Gary broadcast was going to be the last time we were going to have the Extreme here in town, but thankfully we have one more.
Line shot right to the third baseman, and gobbling it up is Allen for 1 down. Nice job by Allen. She played that one perfect. Didn't even have to move. All she had to do was just put her glove out. So
it's pretty much a simple fundamentals on that first out there for the Cheyenne Extreme. So again, a key first out there. Again, avoiding the walk, the leadoff walk there.
Well, that's what's made the Extreme program very successful over the years, the fundamentals. They just practice on the fundamentals. And, again, you can see it the way they are positioned around the infield, outfield right now. Pitch to Mariah Avila is a ball as that one outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That swing and a miss. Fastball right down the pipe, and we're even at 1-1.
And again, this Extreme program for years under Coach Adam Galicia has just been one of the premier teams in pretty much the region, not even just here in the city of Cheyenne, the state of Wyoming, but kind of in the Rocky Mountain region.
Ball low, 2-1. Kimber Schallenberger will be on deck. 1 down here in the top of the first inning.
And we look at this Cheyenne Extreme team where, again, they are dangerous in every aspect on the field.
That one will be fouled off to the screen, and the count now runs 2-2.
And again, you go back to this past weekend where, again, offense was big time for those victories in the state tournament, but also, too, defense and pitching really showed up. Again, a couple shutouts. And I think Coach Galicia, as he was talking off air with us yesterday, saying that a lot of their losses.
Boy, took something off of that, and a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down.
A lot of their losses this year have been by 1 run.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting, too, because I'm feeling a little bit of a breeze here in the booth. But I had a game with my 60 and over team, and I was catching it. It was 96 degrees down at North Glen. You can appreciate me right now with this air conditioning. Schallenberger up at the plate, and she will take a high fastball for a ball. That was outside. Count 1-0. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Morehouse wheels, deals. That one is going to be hit off the end of the bat, foul to the right side, and the count is even now 1-1.
Actually, they're going to say 0-2.
Excuse me, 0-2. I guess she must have caught the corner on that first pitch, though. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the side is set down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the bottom half of the first inning after this. First inning for the Extreme, it will be Janie Adair, followed by Ariana Galicia and Trista Stewine, your first 3 hitters for the Cheyenne Extreme. Again, state champions, 2020. Again, some of these young ladies will be moving on after this season. As a matter of fact, as I look here, one player, Kenzie Bolts, who we had here against Garing, she Central grad, she's not with the team.
But again, a lot
for
of
this,
them,
but she was with the team for the
as we're
state
getting
tournament.
as we're getting kind of that mid part of the summertime, where yes, again you're looking at camps or moving on to at least getting ready for college. Again, and also too Brittany Lopez as well too, commit to NJC down there in Sterling, Colorado, continue to play softball. So hopefully, at least for softball, like the rest of at least JUCO athletics, again have been pushed to the spring semester for 2021.
First pitch is in for a strike as Adair was taken all the way. She'll bat from the left side. And the pitch, ooh, that's high, and that will come back to the backstop. Ball and a strike as we are into the bottom half of the first inning. The battery is Schallenberger for the Broadway Bombers, and Reagan Churchill is behind the dish. 1-1 pitch. That one is lined down the line, and it's going to be extra bases. Adair rounds first, heading for second. She's going to go all the way to third. Here comes the throw, the relay, and she will be in with a stand-up triple to start off the ball game for the Extreme at bat. So a triple.
So simple enough like that for Adair on that one, who is right now in the season a .341 average hitter. And make that her second triple of the season.
And kiss that one right down the line. That'll bring up Galicia. She will loft one, and that'll be in between. That'll go all the way to the fence. Adair will score. Galicia will go to second base standing up with a double. So the bats are still ringing pretty soundly for the Cheyenne Extreme as they lead 1-0 early in this contest. That'll bring up Trista Stewine, the second baseman. Brogan Allen will be on deck. She is the third baseman. So Stewine takes her cuts and now will step in. 1-0 our score here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a pitch. She squares, lays it down. Perfect bunt. All the way, and a bad throw. It was high. Going to second base on the error is Stewine, and she will be in safely. Galicia scores on the errant throw. We'll have to give that an E5 because she would have been out, but the throw was a little high.
But as we're seeing, again, Cheyenne Extreme, they take advantage of these errors, and again, they like to score in bunches, and it, again, pretty much just put the pedal to the metal here early on in these contests.
They can beat you many ways. They can beat you small ball. They can beat you, with a long ball. They can beat you with pitching. So, again, a little bit of everything for the Cheyenne Extreme. That'll bring up Brogan Allen, the third baseman. She'll take a fastball outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. That was a nice bunt by Stewine, though. She laid that down perfect. Had a little bite, but good job on charging in by the third baseman, Abla. Just missing outside, and it's 2-0.
Looking at the stats for Brogan on this season, .386 average hitter, 18 walks.
Hitter's pitch coming up, 2-0. No outs, runner at second base. Here's the pitch. That is right up the middle for a base hit. And Stewine will hold up at third. Allen makes the big turn at first. Runners on the corners for the Cheyenne Extreme, and nobody down. Taylor Klein, now the batter, the shortstop.
And Extreme on the corners here, threatening once again to just make this a big-time bottom first inning here in game number one of this doubleheader.
2-0 our score. Popped up and playable on the infield. And Avila will make the catch, and that'll be one down. First pitch swinging was Klein, and she will pop it up to the third baseman. One down. That'll bring to the plate Jade Reinhardt, the right fielder. Again, runners on the corners. And the pitch. High outside, going down to second base. They have Stewine. Stewine was bluffing to come home, and they had her hung up. Just she got back underneath the tag, but getting to second was Allen on the steal. So runners at second and third, base hit could be two here for the Cheyenne Extreme, leading already 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. That'll be fouled back to the screen on the right side. And the count now is 1-1.
And Jade's a player you want up at the plate right now with runners in scoring position. 4 home runs on the season for her.
Alexis Naughton on deck. 1-1 pitch. check swing, and she will lay off as Schallenberger took something off of that, and Reinhardt will take the ball. So it's 2 balls and a strike. They'll shift, basically give her a big gap right in right center. Ball hit to the second baseman, fires over to first. Run will score. That's what you do. That's even a baseball play. You want to hit it to the right side to bring home the run. So Allen did what she needed to do. She brings home Stewine. Check that. Reinhardt did. She will ground out, but bring home the run. 2 outs. Allen will move over to third. Naughton takes first pitch fastball strike as the Extreme lead 3-0. Allen at third base. High in the air to center field, and he goes all the way to the fence. Naughton will check in at second base with a double. Boy, that carried, Nick. I thought the center fielder, it looked like Arroyo was going to camp underneath it, and then it all of a sudden went over her head. So a double for Naughton.
And again, the winds, or at least out here, Converse can shift a bit. But, yeah, it looked like almost like she lost it in the sun. Also, too, it looked like it was drifting a bit back that it could have gone over the fence.
The breeze really not that big of a deal right now. Jordan Wright, the batter. She'll take a fastball in for a strike. As the Extreme right now sent up 8 here in the first inning. Runner at second base, 2 down.
This is game 1 of the doubleheader.
That's down the line, fair ball into the left field corner, and Naughton will score easily. The ball gets away, and Wright will hold up at second base. We'll give her a double. So Jordan Wright with a back-to-back double following the Naughton double. And for the Cheyenne Extreme, they've increased their lead here in the first inning. They've brought up the lumber. It's 5-0. Michaela Morehouse now will be at the plate. She is the pitcher for the Cheyenne Extreme, and they've gone through the lineup.
We should have gotten clarification once again from Coach Galicia, because there is at least mercy rule in softball.
Wild pitch, and that will move right all the way over to third. So for the Extreme, another, as they say, duck on the pond.
A chance to add to this already large lead here.
Just inside on the fastball, it's 2-0. Nice check there by Morehouse. She was taken all the way on that one. 2-0, hitter's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That was up a little around the shoulders. Nice fastball that time by Schallenberger.
Morehouse on the season with a .220 average.
Fouled back to the screen, and we are knotted up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. 5 in already in the bottom of the first inning for the Cheyenne Extreme.
The breeze blowing in a little bit stronger here.
I'm loving it. That'll be outside, and the count runs full, 3-2. Like I said, catching 4 innings today down in North Glen at 96 degrees. It wasn't all that bad. It was just, you feel it when you're driving home. There's a long fly ball to deep. That'll be into the alley in left center, and it'll be another double. How about a third back-to-back-to-back double by the Extreme by Morehouse? I was waiting to see if that one was going to go out, Nick, but kind of hung up. And she hit it into the alley.
Like I said, those winds, that little breeze is pushing that softball that way towards that fence. So, and it carried.
Wright started it all off as she will be up again. She tripled to get the Extreme batting order off and running. 6 runs in the inning. 2-0 to Adair.
Again, do want to mention with the softball contest, again, they do have an hour and a half time limit, or at least that is what is anticipated, if we do not have a mercy rule in effect.
That'll be down the middle for a strike. 2 balls and a strike to Adair, again, who tripled. At second base is the pitcher Morehouse. 3 consecutive doubles by the Extreme. This one will be fouled back to the screen. And the count is now even at 2-2.
So Deuce is wild once again here for the Bombers. We're trying to get out of this inning right now. We're, again, Cheyenne Extreme lead this contest 6-0 here, bottom of the first.
Galicia on deck. just getting a piece of it. I don't know if she swung a ball through, but just getting a piece of it was there. So the count remains even, 2-2. 2 down. Morehouse at second. And here's a 2-2 offering. That one is going to be grounded to second base and through the wickets. Morehouse rounds third. She will score. Adair will go to second. Now is going to come over to third base on the throwing error. So another run for the Extreme, as Adair will get on base via the error at second base, and will go all the way to third on a couple throwing errors.
Again, this is a Bombers team that does have a few contests under their belt, but again, they got a little later start than what the Extreme had here in the 2020 season. Again, team out of Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
Galicia, she doubled her first time up, and she will go straight away to center field. And that'll be over the head to the fence. Galicia with her second double in as many times up, and that will bring home Adair.
So how about an 8-run inning here for the Cheyenne Extreme, 8-0 lead.
And again, aside from a couple throwing errors and a couple of errors, well, actually 3 errors here in the inning by the Bombers, they have the Extreme have got about 7-8 hits already. Pitch is low, as that'll bring up Stewine again. Stewine was safe on an error as she laid down a perfect bunt. Third baseman made a good, actually a high throw, but made a good play to almost get Stewine. That'll be high.
And do want to mention as well, too, with the lead expanding for the Cheyenne Extreme, we've talked with Coach Adam Galicia many a time where he wants teams to return back to Converse Field and continue to play here in the city of Cheyenne against this Extreme team. So, again, he tends to kind of back off once games kind of get that well out of hand.
Stewine will foul it back to the screen, and the count now is 2-1, 2 down, and a runner at second in Galicia. Allen will be on deck. So, looking at my scorecard thus far for the Extreme, they've already banged out 7 hits here in the first inning to go with those 8 runs. Here's a 2-1 pitch, something taken off of it. Line drive caught by the shortstop. Nice job by Maddie Johnston on the liner, and the Extreme will sit down, or actually go to the defensive side, as 8 runs, and they brought up in that inning, Nick, they sent 12 to the plate. So for the Extreme, 8 runs on a total of 7 hits. There were 3 errors made by the Bombers. So after one, Extreme 8, Bombers nothing, back after this timeout. As we get ready for the second inning, again, thank you for joining us on YouTube, 1480 KRAE in the search engine, and also Periscope via Twitter. We're not doing the radio side today. We're just giving you the visual portion of the broadcast today.
Not a bad thing. Again, we're one of the few that can offer up that opportunity, again, for those who can't make it out of the Converse Field, even though these games are free to attend. So, again, anytime the Extreme are playing out here, we always recommend to come support them live and in action here at Converse, or they played also, too, at Brimber this season.
First baseman Sasha Pye is at the plate, and she will take it low for a ball. As we are into the top of the second inning, it'll be Pies, Reagan Churchill, and Maddie Johnston here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 pitch, low, ball 2. It was a long first inning, bottom first inning for the defensive side for the Bombers as they coughed up 8 runs. And again, for the Cheyenne Extreme, they have their hitting shoes on today. 2-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner on a fastball, and it's 2-1. Pies try to sell it that, hey, she ran that one in on me. Umpire right there.
Yeah, I'm saying no, but that's a strike, so 2-1 count.
2-1 pitch. This one is looped in the infield. Quickly over to first base and one down. Nice play that time by Stewine to come in and charge on that little looper. And it will be one down.
Do want to mention as well, too, where we have action here at Converse, doubleheader between the Broadway Bombers and Cheyenne Extreme over at Pioneer Park. Cheyenne Post 6 in action at 7 o'clock tonight. Again, that game is also too free to attend in town. They'll be hosting USA Prime, again, 7 o'clock at Pioneer Park.
Catcher Reagan Churchill bounces it foul back to the screen. I think that might have got a piece of Naughton. And she's kind of on all fours right now.
Coach Galisi will come over and take a look. Looked like it caught her at least top of the knee.
So right now, and again, you're geared up. Trust me, I've been banged up so many times behind the dish. I feel her pain, and every time I see a catcher going down with some type of, foul ball, whatever, I feel that pain too because I've been there, done it.
Well, again, they call it a softball, but it's far from it of being a softball.
And again, too, when it bounces, especially when it hits on the surface and comes up, it usually it'll find every part but the pad.
And that's what it looked like it did right there. Caught her at least just right above it, just right kind of the top of the kneecap. But she stretched it out, kind of jogged it out, and looks like she's going to tough it out.
She wants to play ball.
So we can count 0-1 with one out here, top of the second with the Extreme up 8-0.
Umpire giving Naughton along with Morehouse. And Naughton said, no, let's just play ball. Churchill at the plate. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1.
Do want to mention with the Post 6, at least with them, they'll be in action, as I said today, but throughout this entire weekend, they're competing in the Gabe Pando tournament.
Ball strike, one out. Churchill at the plate. Morehouse wheels, deals. That's popped up on the infield. Galicia calls for it, makes the grab, and two down. So for the Bombers thus far, first five set down in order. That'll bring up Maddie Johnston, the shortstop, who grabbed a smoking line drive by Stewine to end the bottom of the first inning. Morehouse right down the pipe for a strike. 0-1.
And Morehouse, the ace pitcher for the Cheyenne Extreme, and has put up phenomenal numbers this season.
0-1 offering on the way. Takes something off as it bounces in the dirt. Nice stop by Naughton, and it's 1-1.
As I mentioned, leading the team in ERA, but looking at for Michaela as well, too. Just the other impressive stat for her, about 68 strikeouts on this season.
1-1 pitch. That's high, ball two in the Extreme. Bottom of the second inning. In their half on the offensive side, it'll be Allen, Klein, and Reinhardt as the Extreme looking to possibly add to their lead. It's 8-0 here as we're into the top of the second. Swing and a miss, strike two. Johnston had a good cut, but gave us some good air conditioning.
Absolutely. Deuce is wild here. 2-2 count with two outs. Top of the second here for the Broadway Bombers, who are looking to get some, at least put a point on the board.
Angelica Arroyo, or as they call her, Jekka on deck. Trying to get the outside corner, did not get it.
Extreme Faithful here.
Might have been low.
Extreme Faithful not too happy. Looking for that at least strikeout call.
That was just low, and the count is now 3-2. 3-2 pitch, high, ball four, and the first base runner for Scotts Bluff for the Broadway Bombers. That'll bring up Jekka Arroyo. She is the center fielder, and she was pretty busy defensively in the bottom of the first inning. Between her and Garcia, they were running around quite a bit. Pitch is low and in the dirt, and going to second base is Johnson, taking advantage of the pass ball.
So runner in scoring position right now for the Bombers here.
So Arroyo at the plate, looking at a 1-0 pitch. from Morehouse, and that one is outside 2-0.
So location getting at least a little out of control here from Michaela.
Well, cruising along after the first 5 and then the walk. That one will be in for a strike. Good fastball. 2 balls and a strike again. With Morehouse, she can chuck the rock about 60 to 61 miles an hour. 2-1 pitch. That one will be fouled off to the right side and out of play. 2-2. 2 down. For the Bombers, again, 11-7-1 on the season. 19 games here. We're in mid-July.
Yeah, again, had a late start to their season.
2-2 pitch, taking something off of that on the riser, and it is now a full count.
In the same position that Michaela found herself with the previous hitter.
Molina Garcia on deck, the left fielder. 3-2 pitch. High ball 4, so back-to-back freebies from Morehouse. And runners now at first and second. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Molina Garcia.
And for Michaela, it's kind of a rarity, at least allowing walks this season. That will make it number 20 on the season for her with back-to-back walks.
Ashley Grasmick will be on deck. She is one of the 3 extra hitters. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, right down the middle. Nice cut by Garcia. Couldn't come up with anything for it.
Yeah, a nice little heat behind that one.
It looks like she's bearing down right now. Morehouse, strike 2. Another fastball. She is wheeling and dealing. No balls, 2 strike. Naughton looks over to Coach Galicia for the pitch, and here it comes. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, 2 on. After getting the first 2, Morehouse has walked Johnston and Arroyo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Morehouse battles back, unshaken by the 2 walks, as she will get out of it. And for the Bombers, they come up with no runs, no hits, 2 runners left, and we move to the bottom of the second. It is the Extreme leading 8-0 back after this timeout. Back to our 1480 KRAE broadcast as we are bringing you Cheyenne Extreme fast pitch action from Converse Fields here in Cheyenne. First of a double dip. 8-run first inning for the Extreme as they now lead 8-0. Allen, Klein, and Reinhardt to lead things off. Allen had a base hit and a stolen base and scored in the first inning.
And what, at least this doubleheader here at Converse for the Cheyenne Extreme, possibly
popped up. Playable on the infield, and coming away with it is the first baseman, Pies, and 1 down. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's perfectly fine. Where for the Cheyenne Extreme, this might be their final, at least, home contest here at Converse, as we said, for the Gehring contest. But again, as 2020 has been kind of up in the air for a lot of, at least, team schedules, again, at least for the Cheyenne Extreme, they've been able to add a few after that state tournament and looking to add a few more.
Taking something off on that pitch. It was Schallenberger, and it's a ball. I thought she was going to get the strike. 1-0 pitch, line drive up the middle, and nice stop by the second baseman, but beating it out. Quick wheels there by Klein as she will get the infield single. Klein in her first at-bat popped up to Avila. So with Klein at first, that'll bring Reinhardt up. Reinhardt grounded out to second her first time up. Jade Reinhardt with Klein at first base. Check swing and lays off on a ball. 1-0. On deck will be Naughton, followed by Wright and Morehouse. Pitch is outside. Klein runs down to second. Nice throw, but Klein will beat the throw and will steal the base.
Another runner in scoring position right now for the Cheyenne Extreme. 2-0 count.
So Reinhardt digs in. 2-0 pitch. That one is going to be fouled off, or is it going to fall in play? It is. It falls in play. Reinhardt on her way to second with a stand-up double, and coming around to score is Klein, and that makes the score now 9-0, 2-0. I thought that was going to drift foul, and it would just stayed in fair in right field. So she went the opposite way again.
And you wonder if it is the slight breeze that feels like it is kind of going across the field that kind of pushed that, or it gave it a little helping hand to stay in.
Naughton is up. She'll take a strike. She doubled her first time up. That's where we had a trifecta of doubles. Naughton, Wright, and Morehouse back to back to back. Here's the, take something off of that one, and Naughton way in front of that, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 run in, 1 out. Again, taking something off, but that time Naughton did a good job. She sat back on it and fouled it off. Count still stays 0-2. 9-0 our score.
Naughton, who is a .304 average hitter for the Cheyenne Extreme. 3 home runs on the season for her.
That'll be a high fastball as Schallenberger went for the K and threw it a little high. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 down. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Naughton will K for the second out here in the inning. That'll bring up Jordan Wright. She hit a double her first time, knocked in a run. She brought home Naughton.
And unfortunately for Naughton with that strikeout, that'll be her 16th on the season.
Again, taking something off there, Schallenberger will leave it short for a ball on the inside. Wright 1 for 1. This one is popped up, and making the grab is Johnston at short. And for the Extreme, their inning is done. They come up with a run on 1 hit, or on 2 hits, and they'll leave Reinhardt on base. So we've completed 2 with the Extreme leading 9-0. We will be back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back. Larry Proietti, Nick Proietti from Converse Fields as we get started here in the 3rd inning. And for the Bombers, as they will be at the bottom of their order, Grasmick, Peters, Canseco, along with Hahn. So that will be your 9, 10, 11, 12 hitters as everybody's batting for Coach Mike Jones here in this first game.
A quiet bottom half of the inning for the Cheyenne Extreme there, but at least managed to put up 1 more run onto their 9-0 lead.
Morehouse low, ball 1 to Grasmick. One 1-0 pitch on the way. That one will be bounded to third. Foul ball as Reinhardt picks it up, fires across the diamond. But it was called foul. Allen fires across the way.
So count will stand 1-1 here.
On the foul ball. Just went foul. Ball and a strike. And the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 2. So for Grasmick, she finds herself in a hole now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morehouse has a couple of Ks ready this evening. That one will be inside and low, 2-2.
So far, even though running into a little bit of an issue there with 2 outs, at least in the top of the second, For Michaela, it's been kind of smooth sailing here early on in this contest.
Well, correct myself. She has 3 strikeouts. Popped up, and Naughton can't come away with it, just out of her reach. It was a lazy pop-up, and Naughton couldn't get to it. So the count remains 2-2. So again, 3 strikeouts thus far for Morehouse. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Took something off of that, and sitting back though was Grasmick. She was fooled, but made contact and at least fouled it off.
The count still stays the same at 2-2 here. Looking to add at least another strikeout for Michaela.
2-2 pitch. That one will be low and inside, and it's 3-2. Full boat. No outs here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Bombers. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So for Morehouse, that is her 4th strikeout victim. Keela Peters, the extra hitter, will come on up. She'll be followed by Ariana Canseco.
See for Michaela with 4 strikeouts to make it number 72. 72 strikeouts on the season.
Trying to paint the inside corner, and that one kind of drifted further inside for a ball. And it's 1-0. Battery is Morehouse and Naughton. 1 down, top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. That'll be called a strike right at the letters. And it's 1-1. Yeah, Naughton peeking over to Adam Galicia for the pitch. And the 1-1 pitch. She'll take something off of that, and standing there with her hand in the cookie jar was Peters, and it's now 1-2. Completely fooled by that pitch.
As it seems for the Bombers, again, they've been kind of fooled by a lot of
swing and a miss, strike 3.
Been fooled by a lot of Michaela's pitches here today.
Back-to-back Ks, and that'll bring up Ariana Canseco. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And this was the same position for the Cheyenne Extreme in that top second where Michaela ran into a little issue, at least back-to-back walks that at least gave the Bombers a scoring opportunity.
That one will be fouled off the screen, off the post more than anything, and it will be 0-1. Delaney Hahn on deck, and that will pretty much get through the lineup for the Bombers, who've only had 2 walks thus far. Ball low, and it's 1-1. Ball and strike. Morehouse rocks, fires. That one will be popped on the infield, and Galicia, anticipating the short pop-up, makes the basket catch. And 3 up, 3 down for the Bombers. Nothing across the board. After 2.5, it's the Extreme 9, and the Bombers nothing. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. As we come back to the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Extreme, it'll be Michaela Morehouse, Janie Adair, and Ariana Galicia for the home-standing Extreme, 18 and under state champions for 2020.
Extreme looking to at least add a little bit more to the already gigantic lead of 9-0 here against Broadway Bombers. As we approach that territory of that kind of mercy rule where you're saying, or at least thinking 15 run is what we're looking at.
After 3, I do believe. Morehouse, who had a double her first time up, takes outside for a ball, 1-0. So Morehouse, Adair, and Galicia, your first 3 hitters here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch, taking something off down the line. That'll be a foul ball. So getting the ball in foul territory was Avila. So it's a ball and a strike to Morehouse. Again, still dealing is Schallenberger, Kimber Schallenberger, for the Broadway Bombers. That one will be high and outside, 2-1. So Morehouse leading off here in the top of the bottom of the third inning. Looks at ball 3, 3-1. That one was
way
high, way high too. 3-1 pitch, and that one comes all the way to the screen. So Morehouse will get the free pass, and will be at first to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Adair is up. She tripled and was safe on an error. Again, going by my official scoring, because that went through the wickets. I mean, that was a play that should have been made by the second baseman. Strike, going down to second base with the stolen base is Morehouse. And again, the extreme with a runner in scoring position. Pitch was a strike to Janie Adair.
So runner on second with no outs here.
0-1, and the pitch. That one is bounded to first. Nice pickup, and throwing across the way. Taking the unassisted out was Pies, so it will be 3U. And tried to double up Morehouse, who went over to third base. So one down here in the inning. Galicia back-to-back doubles, 2 for 2. Goes to the left side and will foul it out of play. It's 0-1. Galicia Stewine on deck.
Extreme, as we mentioned in pregame, on a 4-game winning streak, looking to continue that here.
0-1 pitch, and Galicia tried to do that running bunt and whiffed at it, so it's 0-2. Tried to do the drag bunt.
Ariana's dealing with I do believe, shoulder issue, as we talked with her yesterday.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So another K victim for Schallenberger. So she picks up her second strikeout, and that'll bring up Stewine. Stewine, who lined out her last time up to the shortstop and has been safe on an error. So with that, she is technically 0 for 2.
Again, regarding Ariana, we'll be interested to see if she gets some innings here in this doubleheader.
Pitch is down low for a ball, and it's 1-0.
Again, I do believe, as we talk with her off air and also to at least her father, Adam Galicia, that she is battling shoulder injury right now.
A little tender, yeah. Nice pitch, and that will, she took something off of that. Stewine just looked at it for a strike, so it's even up 1-1. At third base is Morehouse with hopefully the Extreme's 10th run. That one is hit into the gap and tracked down. Nice job in the right field by Delaney Hahn, who will track it down in the alley and make the grab. So for the Extreme, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left, and we've completed 3 here at Converse. It is the Extreme leading by the count of 9-0. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. And we return to the top of the fourth inning for the Bombers, as they will send up Delaney Hahn, and she will get her first at bat. And that will wrap up the batting order. Alex Jones and Mariah Avila will follow.
This is the Bombers team right now as we are in the top of the fourth inning right now, looking to get at least their first point on the board here, down 9-0.
Well, they're looking for their first hit, Nick. And Hahn will stare at a fastball right down the middle for a strike.
And that's very true. Again, runners that have been on the base for the Bombers have come by the walk.
No balls and a strike. And Hahn just got a piece of it, fouls it back.
Got a piece of the up on that one, too.
Well, and it's unique there because she kind of has that cock swing where she waits almost till the ball gets to the plate and then reloads on the pitch. So no balls and 2 strikes. You're going to look to the outside. On the corner, strike 3 call. So the backwards K. You can see that one being set up there by Naughton. And Morehouse has picked up her 5th strikeout here in the top of the 4th inning. That will bring up Jones, who lined out to third her first time up. Switching at third base now is Jade Reinhardt. She came in from right field. Allen moves out to left field. This one is going to be lifted, and in foul territory, making the grab is Allen. And there's 2 down in foul territory. Making a diving catch is Allen. And we have 2 down here quickly in the top of the 4th inning for the Bombers. Avila was a strikeout, her first time up.
And a talented bunch for Adam Galisi here with the Cheyenne Extreme, pulling off fantastic plays like that.
Here's the pitch, down low to Avila, 1-0. 2 down. Top of the 4th inning, it's been all Extreme as they lead 9-0.
As they cruise, especially on the defensive side here in the top innings.
And the pitch. That one is hit deep, down the line, and foul. Batting from the right side is Avila. She got all of that one. Could have been off to the races. At least if that one would have gotten the corner, that would have been at least a triple.
Yeah, if it was just about at least 15, 20 feet to the right, that'd have been extra bases for her.
Stepped in the bucket too quick. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 4th inning for the Extreme, it'll be Allen, Klein, and Reinhardt for Cheyenne. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled back to the screen, and the count is even at 2-2. 2 down. Again, the Extreme, as Nick mentioned, on a current 4-game win streak. Looking to continue that momentum from that state championship.
And we're talking big-time momentum where 3 of those 4 victories of the 4-game winning streak game by just complete blowouts.
And right now en route to another one. Swing and a miss as she strikes out Avila for the 2nd time. And for the Bombers, they go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left after 3.5. Cheyenne Extreme 9, and the Broadway Bombers of Scottsbluff nothing. Back after this time out of 1480 KRAE. And welcome back as we head into the bottom of the fourth inning with the Extreme leading 9-0. Changing the battery for the Bombers, it looks like it will be Keela Peters, who has been doing the extra hitting duties, and Ariana Canseco, who also was an extra hitter. She now will move into the catcher's position. So as they are moving the young ladies around, matter of fact, the Extreme did that too last inning with a couple of changes. And one of them paid off by putting Allen from third base into left field. She made that nice diving catch.
Yeah, without a doubt.
In foul territory.
And obviously changing positioning, changing at least players. Again, this is game one of a doubleheader happening today.
Allen leading off the bottom of the fourth inning, looks at a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch, strike two. A lot of motion by Peters, kind of throwing off the momentum of Allen thus far.
Yeah, so without a doubt, a bigger delay that they're not used to.
This one will be grounded to the third base side, and it'll be a foul ball, quickly called by the umpire, as throwing it, Avila threw it a little long and strong over at first base.
But thankfully for Allen, though, she'll get another opportunity here. Even though at least behind in the count, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Peters wheels, deals. That one is going to be dropped by the shortstop. Fires across the way, not in time. Not able to come up with it was Johnston at short. And we will give we'll give Allen, that is, a base hit to start off the inning. That was just a lazy line drive that Johnston couldn't come up with. Klein will step to the plate. She's 1 of 2. And we'll look at ball 1.
I do want to mention as well, too, here at Converse of what we saw previous weeks happening here for that other doubleheader against Gering. Again, only a one-man crew here today.
Take something off. It's high, ball 2 as they throw down. Canseco throws down to first, and Allen back in plenty of time. 2-0 the count. Klein followed up by Reinhardt, 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled to the left side, past third base, and it's 2-1. Again, game 2 will follow roughly about 15-20 minutes after this contest.
Give a chance for the teams to kind of stretch up, at least warm up a bit.
Ball low, 3-1.
And again, we're approaching that territory right now where this game might wrap up a little bit beforehand of that kind of a lot of time limit that these at least games have.
Ball 4, so Klein draws the freebie, and that will move Allen to second. So runners at first and second. Nobody down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Reinhardt is 1 for 2, a double in the second inning. And right line drive. And grabbed by the center fielder. Quickly to second base. Did they get the twin killing? They did. Nice job by the center fielder, Arroyo. She grabbed that screaming Mimi liner and threw it into second base for the double play. So Allen was caught snoozing a little bit, and she is doubled up. Reinhardt hit that one right on the label.
Yeah, everyone thought that was going to be a guaranteed base hit.
So
and instead, it's a 2-out swing there for the Bombers.
Allen gets tossed out.
That is a huge play there for Broadway.
So 2 down. Quick throw down to first. And back in is Klein. Naughton is the batter right now for the Extreme. Here's the pitch. That is high. Klein goes down to second base, and the throw is just off the mark. So with a stolen bag, Klein now in scoring position. Again, Extreme leading 9-0. You have the count there, Nick?
Be 2-1.
2-1.
As watching the Broadway Bombers kind of throw that ball around, almost allowed another extra base there.
Naughton pops it back.
Yeah, but Deuce is wild now with 2-2. 2 outs.
Runner at second.
Cheyenne Extreme still lead this contest 9-0.
Naughton with a double already. She sends it right back up the box. Nice stop. Fire to first, and Peters will get the out, 1-3 on your scorecard. And for the Extreme, well, they had something in the works and could not push anything across. So they come up with no runs on one hit, one runner left, and we've completed 4, Extreme 9, and the Bombers nothing back after this timeout of 1480 KRAE. Back to live action as we move to the top of the 5th inning. Game that's moving along pretty quick. The Extreme scoring 8 in the first. They came up with 1 in the bottom of the second and have had a couple of goose eggs thrown at them here over the last couple of innings.
Yeah, to say that's where this game's kind of picked up, because that bottom of the first where 8 runs were scored by the Cheyenne Extreme, that's where it kind of grinded to a halt, especially for the Broadway Bombers. But yes, it is Cruz where we are here at the top of the 5th.
Schallenberger was a strikeout victim her first time up. Morehouse gets the sign and the pitch. Just outside and high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes here in the top of the 5th inning. And the pitch. Foul back this way, and it's 1-1. So again, you got metal screen on half of the situation back here behind us, and then you got rope. Fisherman's net. Taking something off of that one. Morehouse high, and it's 2-1.
And this is a city-operated field, so
again, you look her off to my left here, and you see that it's been worn and torn a little bit. One ball, and the pitch is beaten into the dirt, foul, and the count is even at 2-2. So obviously the city's going to need to come on out and do a little repair work here on this screen.
Also to get these fields up to kind of par when we get into high school softball season here in 2020.
Pitch, fouled back again, high off the screen, and we'll do it all over again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morehouse already with half a dozen strikeouts to go along with 2 walks. Near perfect thus far. 2-2 pitch. That one is flied into center field and making the grab. I do believe that was Janie Adair making the grab, who has moved over. And it's 1 down. Again, the Extreme just kind of alternating positions now. Some of the key performers still at their regular spot. Galicia at first base. Pitch to Pies is low for a ball.
Essentially giving everyone at least different looks out there, getting them, if not prepared for the doubleheader, if that's going to be their position for that game coming up after this one wraps up.
Now the batteries have remained the same. Morehouse and Naughton just missing outside.
And I would anticipate that, at least for Morehouse and Naughton, they might go the distance where, right now you're looking at for Morehouse, what, 1 hit?
No. Has a no-no going right now. Swing and a miss by Pies. Count now is 2-1.
Well, again,
with 1 down.
With that, at least on the line, again, Coach Adam Galicia allowing her to just go the distance, especially where, again, we're kind of at the tail end of the season right now for the Extreme.
2-1 pitch. This one is lifted into left field. And making the grab is Allen, and there's 2 down. So Allen, who switched from third base to left field, has been busy as of late. So she will get the fly out and 2 down. That'll bring up Reagan Churchill, who popped up to Galicia back in the second inning. And the pitch. That one is bounded into the dirt. Galicia picks it up, fires over to first, and they'll get the out. So 3-4 on that play. Let's see who was over. I'm trying to make sure the number's being blocked right now. I do believe that was Stewine who was covering. So 3-4 on your scorecard, and the third out for, again, the Bombers. Nothing across the board. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We move to the bottom of the fifth inning, and it's a 9-0 score in favor of the Extreme. The Extreme with 9 runs on 9 hits in this contest. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. To the bottom of the fifth inning, game that is, well, it's kind of picked up. You said it kind of dragged a little bit in the first inning. I disagree with you because they were hitting the ball at least.
But it's still, though, again, that bottom half of that inning, though, took at least a good chunk of time of how long this contest has already been going on.
Peters in for her second inning of work, fires outside for a ball to Jordan Wright, who's 1 for 2 on the early evening.
But outside of first and second inning for the Cheyenne Extreme, again, no runs have been put up on the board by them, and none at all in this entire contest by Broadway.
Wright just getting a piece of it and fouling it off the glove of Canseco, so it's 1-1.
And if I stand corrected on this with the 9-0 lead here, bottom of the fifth, I think this is the last opportunity for Broadway to get on the board.
No, I think it's 10 runs, Nick. It's 10 after 5, so I do believe if the Extreme score here, the game will be history. Wright lofts one foul to the left. Kind of steps in the bucket there a little too quick. Count as 1 and 2. So Wright 1 of 2. Morehouse will follow. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 dropped by Canseco. Fires it down to first. So on the K, it will be 2-3 on the putout with 1 down. Morehouse, who is 1 for 1, she has a walk as well and scored a run. And again, tossing to Jim right now, has a no-no going through 5. Takes it inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Again, the only blemish, 2 walks, back-to-back walks she had in the second inning. 1-0 pitch, that is high, ball 2. On deck will be Jenny Adair.
And at least of recent for the Cheyenne Extreme and head coach Adam Galicia, this is to be expected out of his pitching crew.
3-0. So for Morehouse, I'm venturing to say that she probably will let one go. 3-0 usually isn't automatic. She bounds it to third base, picked up, fired across the way. Nice play on 3-0 as Avila fires it across the diamond of Pies, and it will be 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. That'll bring up Adair, who is 1 of 3, tripled back in the first, also was safe on an error, so she scored 2 runs in the first inning, and then last time up, grounded out to Pies unassisted. This one will be lined up the middle, base hit. So Adair with 2 outs will get the single, and that'll bring up Galicia. Galicia is 2 of 3, back-to-back doubles in the first inning. She scored a run and struck out her last time up in the third inning.
Extreme trying to threaten here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth.
Galicia batting in, digging in from the left side. Here's the pitch outside. Adair takes off for second and will swipe the bag, no problems. So for the Extreme, Adair waits at second base with Galicia at the plate. 1-0 pitch. That one is a line foul. That will go into one of the other fields, and it's a ball and a strike.
which I think thankfully that Elderfield is not in operation here today.
Yeah, not in play today. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-1. On deck is Stewine. Stewine has hit the ball well and has an 0 for 3 day. That one will be low, ball 3, 3-1 with 2 down.
Runner in scoring position for the Cheyenne Extreme. They have not scored a run since bottom of the second inning here in this at least first game.
3-1 pitch, low, ball 4, and Galicia's on board. So runners at first and second against Stewine. Safe on an error and scored a run, lined out to shortstop, and then flied out to deep. Well, hit it into the alley last time in right center. That was tracked down. Nice job on the defensive side by Hahn to catch up to it. This one will be fouled at the plate, and it's 0-1. On deck will be Brogan Allen for the Extreme. Again, game 2 slated for 6:30 start. They might start early. We don't know. We'll see. Stewine, wow. Adam Galicia did a little ballet there out of the coach's box.
Not many more of those in his at least
years. Showing good reflexes, though. So it's a 0-2 count on Stewine. This one is grounded to short. Across the way to Pies, and Johnston will get the 6-3. And for the Extreme, denied here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They come up with no runs on a hit and leave 2. So we've completed 5 here at Converse. Cheyenne Extreme lead 9-0. Top of the 6th inning when we come back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. And we're back. This will be the final inning as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Again, looking at the Extreme, they're moving people around. I see Galicia now leaving first base. She will go out to the outfield, I do believe. For the Extreme at first now will be Reinhardt. She was just at third. They bring Allen back to third base. The battery at least stays the same. It will be Morehouse and Naughton, and right now Galicia now will trot out to center field. So for the Bombers, they're looking for their first hit. Morehouse delivers, and that one is popped up to the shortstop, and the grab is made. 1 down.
And this will be the at least final half inning of this contest. It will wrap up after this.
So Maddie Johnston was the leadoff hitter, as she will pop up. She received a walk. Arroyo also walked her first time, and those have been the only 2 base runners as she looks at ball 1. Top of the 6th inning again. No being tossed right now by Morehouse. Arroyo. And will top it foul off to the left, and it's 1-1. Angelica Arroyo, they call her Jecka. Little 1-1 pitch. Forthcoming by Morehouse. She rocks, wheels, deals, and that one is going to be hit into the alley, and the first hit for the Bombers. As Arroyo will go to second base, the throw comes in, and she has a double. So Arroyo breaks up the no-no with the Bombers' first hit here in the top of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Melina Garcia. Garcia, her first time up, was a strikeout victim.
And ladies and gentlemen, you could put the blame on the broadcaster there for the curse.
Nah. Morehouse still wheeling and dealing, throws a strike.
But even though at least no history to be made here in this first game for Morehouse, again, a phenomenal effort on the mound for her, at least in this contest.
And cruising with a 9-0 lead. This one is hit to deep center field. Galicia makes the grab, fires over to third, and do we have the double play? No, ball is dropped. Nice throw by Galicia. Allen drops the throw, and looks like Arroyo is in at third. Deep fly that time by Garcia for the second out.
2 outs.
Bring up Ashley Grassmick. She was a strikeout victim her first time.
The final out here for the Bombers, and a chance for them to at least muster up 1 run here.
Final at bat, possibly, and the pitch. Taking something off. It's a ball by Morehouse. So Grassmick again, she whiffed on a 3-2 count. She'll look at ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That is low. Throw down to third by Naughton, and sliding underneath the tag was Arroyo. And it's 2-0 to Grassmick. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3 again, quickly down to third. A nice throw by Naughton, but Arroyo gets back in safely.
So down
3-0 count.
Yeah, down in the hole right now for Morehouse.
Runner at third base with 2 down. And ball 4. So 4 straight balls by Morehouse, and runners on the corners with 2 outs, and that will bring up Keila Peters, who was a strikeout victim her first time up.
Stream on pace. Again, as we sit with 2 outs here, this is the final half inning to continue their win streak to 5.
That'll be low for a ball, and it's 1-0.
Barring a massive collapse here, which hopefully will not.
Sometimes getting 2 outs is just not the easiest thing to get that third out here. Peters just gets a piece of it, fouls it off to the right. As we look at a ball and a strike now to the second pitcher for the Bombers. Schallenberger threw 3 innings. Peters threw the last 2. 1-1 pitch, and that is high, ball 2. 2-1.
And you wonder if a little pressure is settling in for Michaela on this part, where you're trying to close out this game, get the shutout victory now.
2-1 pitch. Peters takes it inside and low, and it's 3-1.
Kind of overthinking at this point in time, and this is where, right now we see runners on the corners right now for the Bombers.
Right now the Bombers trying to get anybody on the sacks. And ball 4. So the bags are juiced with Bombers. Back-to-back walks by Morehouse.
And they threaten here. Yeah, threaten with 2 outs.
And that will bring up Ariana Canseco, who popped up to Galicia her first time up. So, chance for the Bombers to bust through here, maybe in the top of the 6th. And fouled back to the backstop. It's 0-1 on Canseco. We're probably looking at about a 15-minute in-between games before we'll get the second contest started. Canseco fouls this one off to the right side and out of play. 0-2. So now, up 0-2.
It's kind of elementary of pretty much of it's up to Michaela of where she wants to locate this, and up to what Adam Galicia wants.
I'd go outside and high with a fastball. And this one is bounded back to Morehouse. Fires to Naughton, and the shutout is intact. As Morehouse will throw a 1-hitter, and the Extreme win the contest by the count of 9-0. For the Bombers in the top of the 6th inning, they came up with no runs, 1 hit, and received 2 free passes. They leave the bags juiced in the top of the 6th inning. The final line score for the Extreme, 9 runs on 10 hits, and for the Broadway Bombers, no runs on 1 hit, and it took them with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning to get their first hit. So again, the final score from Converse Field, Cheyenne Extreme win by the count of 9-0. We'll be back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Back. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube broadcast, 1480 KRAE, as well as Periscope via Twitter. The Cheyenne Extreme win by the count of 9-0. Did all their damage in the first inning, where they came up with 8 runs on 7 hits. Looking at a couple of keys and hitting stars, we look at Galicia for the Cheyenne Extreme. She had a 2 for 3 evening. Also at the plate for the Extreme, I'm just looking down the list here. That first inning, Adair had a triple, Galicia had a double, back-to-back doubles for Galicia in that inning. Let's see who else. Naughton, Wright, and Morehouse had doubles as well. So again, they came up with 8 runs on 7 hits. They scored a run in the bottom of the second inning, and then were shut down by both Schallenberger and Peters. Schallenberger goes 3 innings, Peters goes 2. Morehouse goes the distance for the Cheyenne Extreme, and a 1-hitter as Cheyenne Extreme win game 1 of this double dip. Again, the second contest is expected to take place here probably within the next 10 minutes, Nick, at around 6:30. So again,
well, as they're honoring the veterans of the squad, the seniors that'll be leaving, again, as this is indicating that it's going to be the final contest here at least Converse Fields for the Cheyenne Extreme, as again the season is kind of winding down as the Extreme try to find more and more games to add on to at least the 2020 schedule. But again, they are honoring those who will be leaving this team as of this season.
And again, it's always tough to say goodbye to very important people that have, made your program very successful. And one of the nice things, too, is they do leave after their time with Extreme. Hey, they got that state championship in a very weird 2020 year. So,
yeah.
Again, and we look back, too, even when we were here calling the game against Garion, we were like, wow, we got fans in stands, and we can actually call a softball, a fast pitch game. And a couple weeks before that, we didn't know if we were going to be able to call any games at all for the Cheyenne Extreme this season. So with that all being said, we're going to take a lengthy timeout as we'll try to get some lineups for the second contest. And again, we do want to thank all of our fine sponsors. We also want to thank Taco John's bringing us the scoreboard. And again, our Taco John's scoreboard after game one. Unless you got something else to add here, pal. I need to get starting lineups for game two.
We can take that break.
Again, our final score here on the Taco John scoreboard, game one. It is the Cheyenne Extreme winning. Morehouse, Michaela Morehouse tossed in a one-hitter as the Extreme win 9-0. We will be back after this timeout, long timeout on 1480 KRAE. Number 2, we do see some thunderhead off to the left, but again, just more dark clouds than anything. Nick is off to the north there. I don't know whether that will come into play here, but the breeze has picked up a little bit.
The winds are kind of whipping up here at Converse as trash and all sorts of fun stuff blowing around here at Converse.
And you're on the outside, so you're getting the brunt of that right now.
Yeah, which is also lovely, but it seems like with that wind, it is kind of pushing that at least cloud this way, but we'll see if it hits. So
it's not looking like it's packing anything. It's just a dark cloud, and
it's got a little bit of rain.
Noisy in it. Looking at the starting lineups for the Cheyenne Extreme here in game number 2, Janie Adair will lead off. She'll be at second base. Ariana Galicia will be your pitcher, and her backstop will be Trista Stewine. Batting third, batting fourth will be Brogan Allen. Third base, Taylor Klein will be at shortstop. Jane Reinhardt will be your first baseman. Alexis Naughton, who caught in game 1, now will move to the left field. Jordan Wright will be in center, and patrolling right field will be Michaela Morehouse for Adam Galicia. For the, and again, I don't have the positions. They just said, here's what we're going to do with our lineup. We ended up with the last batter, Delaney Hahn, so she'll be our number 1 hitter, and then we'll just move everybody down one. So Delaney Hahn will lead off. Alex Jones will follow. Mariah Avila will be third. Kimber Schallenberger will bat fourth. Sasha Pye is batting fifth. Reagan Churchill will bat sixth. Maddie Johnston batting seventh. Angelica Arroyo, or as we call her, Jacob, she will be batting eighth. Melina Garcia ninth. Ashley Grassmick 10th. Keela Peters batting 11th. And Ariana Canseco will be batting in the number 12 position. And again, breaking up that no-no was Arroyo. So again, she has the lone hit. We're ready to go. Delaney Hahn will lead things off, the left-hander. Galicia fires and in for a strike. Now, as we talked with Galicia yesterday, Nick, again, well, she's
that being Ariana.
Ariana, she has command of 4 different pitches. Swing and a miss. She took something off of that. Again,
it certainly shows that she's a workhorse. 82 innings pitched for the Cheyenne Extreme, a win-loss record of 11-6. How about 96 total strikeouts on the season? That leads the Extreme.
This one is popped up foul, and Stewine camps underneath it, makes the grab, and we have out number 1. Again, you look at the Ariana. She tosses the rock, 57, 58 miles an hour. Got a curveball, screwball, drop, changeup. So we'll probably see the entire arsenal. Batting from the left side will be Alex Jones. Jones, who went 0 for in game 1.
It'll be interesting to see how long Ariana lasts in this contest, especially with the kind of shoulder injury that she does have.
Curveball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
ERA on the season for Ariana, 3.07.
Popped up foul and out of play, so it'll be 0-2 quickly ahead as Galicia is wheeling and dealing again from the left side, the port sider for the Cheyenne Extreme. No balls and 2 strikes and the pitch. Oh, how about taking something off of that one? The riser and the whiff. 2 down.
So now she approaches at least triple digits on strikeouts in the season.
That'll bring up Avila, who in the first contest again went 0 for. Again, there was a lot of 0 fors for the Bombers as she struck out twice in game 1. She'll foul this one back and out of play, and it's 0-1. One thing that Galicia's doing, she's getting ahead of everybody.
Yeah, and again, rightfully so with Ariana on the season, as well as she is a workhorse, at least on the mound for the Extreme. Only 10 walks allowed.
No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch just outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. You can tell the winds have picked up. You
see that cloud is moving this way as well, too, which seems to have a little bit of rain.
Swing and a miss, taking something off of that pitch, and the count now is 1-2. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Again, Extreme winning game 1 by the count of 9-0 as, again, the breeze has picked up. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out on the riser. And for Galicia, a pair of Ks, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first inning as the Extreme come to bat, and we're scoreless here at Converse with the Cheyenne Extreme and the Broadway Bombers back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. And welcome back for the Extreme, bottom of the first inning, which was a huge first inning in Game 1 where they tallied 8 runs and sent, 12 to the plate. They'll send Janie Adair up. She'll be followed by Ariana Galicia and Trista Stewine. Your first 3 hitters back on the hill will be Kimber Schallenberg. And her backstop will be, if I'm looking at my numbers right, Reagan Churchill. Batting from the left side will be Adair. Takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0.
With the wind situation here at Converse that has really picked up, and wind's kind of blowing into the batter's at least direction.
Inside for a ball. Here you go. How about that? Does that help you if I put a little moisture on it?
Probably not.
Well, I mean, if you want.
I mean, you could try.
If you want to keep it undusty, as it is getting dusty out here right now. 2-0 to Adair. Swing and a miss. She had the green light on 2-0. No, here, take that, just in case. You never know. 2-1, Janie Adair.
Because that's what I need is bleach germicidal cleaner.
Oh. And this one is lifted to the left side, and the wind takes care of it, but camping underneath it and making the grab. Can't grab the number out there. I do believe that was Conseca who makes the grab. So a fly out to left field and 1 down. Galicia also will dig in from the left side for the Extreme. And the pitch inside, ball 1. Well, if that cloud does hit, Nick, again,
it'll put a little bit of a delay, but it's nothing that it's moving fast.
Galicia to the left side and bounces off Johnston. And at first base will be Galicia. We'll give her a hit on that one. She hit that one rather solid.
So first, at least, runner on base for the Cheyenne Extreme here in game number 2 with 1 out.
And that'll bring up Trista Stewine, the catcher.
Coming up here in a few short minutes, as we mentioned, at Pioneer Park, Cheyenne Post 6 in action, taking on USA Prime.
Takes a ball inside. Stewine in game 1 hit the ball okay, but had nothing to show for it. She went 0 for 4.
As games here at Converse Field for Cheyenne Extreme completely free. Same with the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. And those games coming up this weekend completely free throughout town. The Gabe Pando tourney.
2-0 to Stewine, 2 down. Galicia away from first base. Well, actually on first. And a wild pitch, and that will send Galicia to second base. So Stewine with a 3-0 count on her. See if Adam Galicia gives her the green light. Again, Stewine made contact. Did score on the one time that she was safe on an error. 3-0, ball 4 inside. They didn't want to give her anything good. And runners at first and second. That'll bring up Brogan Allen. For Allen in game 1, she went 2 for 3. She'll dig in. Right down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1. That's the only bad thing here, Nick, with the wind picking up the dust, especially from the infield right now. 0-1 pitch. Allen drives it foul to the left side. And it will be
Adam Galicia will do a little lay away from that pitch as well, too, as he's been the target of a few today. But count 0-2.
He moves pretty good for an old guy, doesn't he? Lined in the right field for a base hit. Galicia rounds third. She will come in with the game's first run on the Brogan Allen base hit. And the Extreme lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning with 2 down. Stopping at second base with Steve Wine. That'll bring up Taylor Klein, who is at shortstop here in game number 2. Klein takes it up high for a ball, 1-0. She was 1 for 2 with a walk in game number 1. On deck will be Jade Reinhardt. Inside, ball 2, 2-0. So, runners at first and second, 2-0 count, 2 outs, 1 in already in the inning, and the 2-0 pitch. This one is popped up foul, and Churchill underneath it makes the grab. Nice job by Reagan Churchill. Camped underneath it, makes the grab, and there's 3 away. So for the Extreme, they come up with a run on a couple of hits.
How about getting before ahead of yourself? There's only 2 outs.
Oh, excuse me, 2 outs. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what the heck? Adair made the first out. Yeah, 2 outs, and Reinhardt will be up and takes the ball outside.
So again, still life here for the Cheyenne Extreme, who are looking to repeat of what they did in game 1, putting up 8 runs in that.
Ignore the old guy calling the game here. Ball 2. I don't know how I got that messed up here. I mean, she's the 6th batter, and there's 2 runners on and a run in. 2-0 pitch. That one is down low, ball 3. 3-0. Alexis Naughton on deck. For the Extreme, runners at first and second now with 2 down. And that is high, ball 4. So on 4 straight pitches, Reinhardt walks. Second walk issued by Schallenberger here in the contest in the second game. She started game 1 as well. Pitch is a wild pitch, and everybody will stay put. As Steve Wine didn't even make a break for it, just wanted to see what happened. Churchill bounced on that real quick, too. Good job by the catcher.
Bases loaded here for the Cheyenne Extreme. We're looking to do some damage here.
1-0, and fouled back. 1-1. Naughton with a double in game 1. As she went 1 for 3 in the contest and caught a gem by Morehouse. Ball and strike, 2 down. Taking something off of that one and fouled over our heads. It's 1-2. Waiting for one to hit the box here.
It's not going to do any damage to us, though, thankfully.
Nope. Ball and 2 strikes. Bags juiced. Here's the pitch. Just inside. Churchill wanted that one. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 run in. Steve Wine at third. Allen at second. And Reinhardt at first. And the pitch is outside, so full boat. Everybody on the move. On the 3-2 pitch with 2 down. Inside, ball 4, and a free pass and a run. And an RBI for Naughton. Back-to-back walks. 3 in the inning issued by Schallenberger.
Now it's a 2-0 lead for the Cheyenne Extreme.
And that'll bring up Jordan Wright.
Even behind the 8 ball, so to speak, with 2 outs here. Still, again, threatening.
Ball 1. Wright was 1 for 3 in game 1. She had a double. That was where Naughton, Wright, and Morehouse went back-to-back doubles. 1-0 pitch. That one will be fouled off to the right and off the screen. Count evens at 1-1. They call her Spicoli or Joey, a 2020 grad of South High. This one is hit, and that one will go on for a base hit. That one took a bad hop. And it'll be a base hit and another run as Wright will drive home Allen. Everybody will advance.
As we're seeing kind of similarities of game 1 here in this bottom, at least of the first.
Well, that took a bad hop on Molina. That ate her up and went over her shoulder. Morehouse swing and a miss, strike 1.
But basically, again, for the Cheyenne Extreme, it's taking advantage of the opportunities, or at least kind of luck is being very fortunate to them.
3 hits in the inning along with 3 runs for the Extreme, and bags are still loaded. Ball. Now the count evens at 1-1. So again, everybody has batted. There was some lightning off to the north. Strike 2. That catches the outside. And Morehouse now in a hole, 1-2. 2 down. 3 already in for the Extreme here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 pitch. That's way outside. Gets away again from Churchill. The good news is she got a glove on it where it hit the backstop, and it bounced back to her. So, again, not allowing Allen to advance. Count evens at 2-2. Now we do have cloud cover. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. So, now the inning is over for the Extreme. They came up 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 runners left after 1. Cheyenne leads 3-0 over the Broadway Bombers. We're back after this time out on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back to Converse Fields. It'll be Schallenberger along with Pies and Churchill to lead things off here in the second inning, with the Extreme leading 3-0. Coming up with 3 in the bottom of the first. Galicia's first pitch in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Again, Galicia masterful with 4 different pitches.
And she's been on fire here early on in this contest.
That one, again. Strike 2.
Just kind of fooling these Bomber players.
It basically, these Bomber hitters right now, it's like their feet are in cement. Don't know what to expect. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A lot of motion and a riser for strike 3. So Schallenberger becomes the first out of the inning. And for Galicia, that is their second strikeout. As I mentioned earlier about Ariana, the pitches that you can bank on from her, again, she's got a curveball, screwball. I've taken something off there. And that just missed for a ball. Sasha Pies up. So again, fastball. That's in for a strike, and it's 1-1. More of a curve than anything, so ball and strike. So again, she has the master of the curve, the screw, the drop, changeup, fastball, 57 to 58 miles an hour. Again, you can see the curveball again just on the rotation, swing and a miss by Pies, even though it was high up. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2 phenomenal pitchers that these Broadway Bomber players are seeing with Morehouse and now Galicia.
Just missing on the corner, and the count evens at 2-2. Again, from the left side is Galicia. Stewine, her catcher, and takes something off, and Pies was way in front of it for another strikeout. Again, these are strikeout swings. These aren't called strikes. So for Galicia, puts down her 3rd K.
And that'll be number 99 on the season of strikeout total for Ariana.
Well, Reagan Churchill could be number 100. Again, as we see the wind now starting to come into play as it starts moving the dust around.
Yeah, it's really kicking up here at Converse.
And the pitch. This one is popped up foul, and the wind brings it back in, and making the grab underneath it was Reinhardt for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We have completed an inning and a half with Extreme leading 3-0 back after this time out of 1480 KRAE. return, inning number 2, top of the order for the Extreme Adair, along with Galicia and Stewine to lead things off here in inning number 2, where the Extreme posted 3 runs, 3 hits, and then left the bags full.
Well, all 3 of those runs came with 2 outs there in that bottom first inning. So, again, made damage when they're at least backs against the wall. So, looking to add to the, again, already growing lead here.
Adair looks at strike 1. Again, digging in from the left side.
If you missed it, Game 1 was a 9-0 victory for the Cheyenne Extreme. Extreme looking to at least continue their 5-game winning streak.
Nice pitch by Schellenberger, and she took something off of that, and Adair was waving at that one. 0-2. Yeah, nice shutout by Morehouse, one hitter. Swing and a miss, and again, a couple of off-speed pitches, and had Adair just waving at it, and it's the first K here in the inning. 2 now for Schellenberger here in Game 2. This will be Galicia, line drive base hit into center field, as she will make the turn, and she is 2 for 2 here in Game 2. And she had a good hitting Game 1 as well as she went in that contest, Nick. I do believe it was she was 2 for 3. So 4 or 5 in the double dip thus far. That'll bring up Stewine. She'll foul it off the screen. And it's 0-1.
0-1 with 1 out. 1 Extreme batter on bag, at least at first base right now.
Allen's on deck. Galicia at first, and the pitch. That one is going to be tracked down. I do believe that's going to be Canseco making that grab in the outfield. And it is 2 down on the fly out to left field. F7 if you're keeping score or wanting to learn how to do a scorebook. Allen had a base hit her first time up and taking something off of that pitch with Schellenberger. So it'll be in for a strike, as you can hear it in the background. 0-1.
Schellenberger right now for the Broadway Bombers kind of locking in.
As Allen tried to go to the right side with it, fouls it out of play. So it's 0-2.
Yeah, another 0-2 count here in the bottom of the second inning against the Cheyenne Extreme. So Schellenberger really getting in the groove.
No balls and 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch. Take something off of it and trying to go to the right side again was Allen, and fouls it just outside of first. In between Pies and Coach Michael Galicia, who is at first base. Adam Galicia coaching over at third. Allen sends it right up the middle for a base hit. 2-out single, moving Galicia to first base, to second. Allen now at first.
As folks might have seen on the YouTube Periscope side, because again, that's the where this broadcast is happening at. A few lightning strikes still up north with the cloud that is still kind of advancing. Looks like getting closer, or at least maybe moving east.
Moving out towards my FM transmitter. And this one's beaten in the ground by Klein, and going the short way is the shortstop, and we'll try to get that number as she gets it over to Garcia. So for the Extreme, they got no runs, 2 hits, and they leave 2 runners on after 2. Cheyenne 3, and the Broadway Bombers nothing. Back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Number 3 here at Converse. Maddie Johnston will lead things off, followed by Jecca Arroyo and Melina Garcia. And again for Arroyo, that is, she was the lone hit. She has the lone hit in, 8 innings thus far for the Broadway Bombers.
Yeah, broke up the no opportunity for Morehouse in game number 1. But either way, though, for Michaela, again, comes away with a complete game shutout. So, again, either way, still proud of that valiant effort that she put up in game 1. And right now, Ariana Galicia on pace here in game number 2.
Johnson looks at a curveball inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Around the horn, it's Reinhardt at first, Adair at second. Allen's at third. Your shortstop is Klein. In the outfield, it's Naughton, Wright, and Michaela Morehouse. Count 2-0.
Be 1-1.
1-1, as they called that a strike. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on a fastball. Already, Galicia 3 Ks through the first 6 hitters she's faced. Top of the third inning, 3-0 our score. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one floats inside, and the count is even, 2-2 to Maddie Johnston, who is playing second base in game 2. And the 2-2 pitch. This one is hit to the third baseman. Nice play over to Reinhardt for the out. 5-3 on the scorecard. So again, Allen to Reinhardt, and we have one away.
One away here, top of the third inning, where the Cheyenne Extreme lead 3-0. Underway over at Pioneer Park is Post 6 taking on USA Prime. Hopefully we'll be able to pass along one score update from there.
So Arroyo, the batter, she had a double. She has the only hit for the Bombers, as she was actually 1 for 1 in game 1. One-0 pitch. Ooh, how about that one?
Fooled her.
Ball and a strike.
And that was a very just off-speed pitch that just completely fooled her.
That's, for us old guys, that's called the let-up. On the outside corner, that's strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. That's what you call the let-up, or now is called the circle change. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. High fastball. It's popped up and out of play for the count now remaining at 1-2.
Bounces off the protective covering of the stands here at Converse Field. They put a lot of upgrades into facilities.
So you won't really get wet if a storm does brew.
They put upgrades here in Cheyenne. How about take note, Laramie?
1-2 pitch. Takes something off of it. Hits the outside corner. Nice pitch by Galicia. And a called third strike on Arroyo.
And with that one, that will be strikeout number 100 for Ariana on the season.
And for the game, she has 4. That'll bring up Garcia. Garcia in game number 1 was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch, line foul. Just past third base, and it's 0-1. Looking ahead towards the bottom of the third inning for the Extreme, it will be Reinhardt, Naughton, and Wright coming up. Fly ball hit to deep left field. Camping underneath it, making the grab is Naughton, and 3 away. So first 9 up and down for the Bombers. No runs, nothing across the board. So again, they've only got 1 hit through 9 innings. And we move to the bottom of the third inning. It is Cheyenne leading by the count of 3-0. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Proietti, Nick Proietti. We are live from Converse Fields as the Cheyenne Extreme looking for the doubleheader sweep thus far. have things in control. It's a little tighter this contest, 3-0 as we move to the bottom of the third inning. But Ariana Galicia tossing a gem thus far.
Yeah, without a doubt, and that's why right now it seems like Cheyenne Extreme kind of cruising to get that 6th win in a row and get the sweep here at home at Converse.
Jade Reinhardt looks at a ball outside to lead off the inning. Reinhardt, Naughton, right, and Morehouse.
Which indication is seeming like this is going to be the final home contest for the Extreme this season.
That's way outside as that hit the back stop, and it's 2-0. Again, we're keeping an eye on a cloud that developed north. Looks like it's pushing more east than anything, but just making some loud rumblings elsewhere. High ball 3 to Reinhardt. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. And it blew in some winds and kind of calmed down a little bit now.
Still a little bit breezier than what it was in Game 1. As you'll see some flashes out there.
Swing and a miss by Reinhardt. She had the green light, and it's 3-1. As she came away empty on that one. Nice pitch by Schallenberg. And the 3-1 pitch. This one is lifted down the right field line. Foul.
It got close.
Again, there was no push from the wind on that one because she didn't get it high enough. It's kind of like medium height. So the count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Reinhardt will get a freebie as she waits it out and takes ball 4. That'll bring up Alexis Naughton. Naughton was a walk her first time up.
Little leadoff walk there for Reinhardt. Chance for the Extreme to extend out the 3-0 lead. With at least no outs here in the bottom of the third.
Strike 1 to Naughton. 4th walk issued by Schallenberger. 0-1 pitch outside with the fastball, the ball and a strike, and no outs. Reinhardt at first base. And now the wind's starting to pick up again. A little rumbling from the thunder. That's a way away so far.
I think the rumbling you're hearing is more so the wind hitting my mic out here out front.
It's more of my stomach. Haven't eaten all day. 1-2 pitch. Fouled right back our way. Hits the post, and it's 1-2. It's one thing I like catching on a hot day. If I need to lose some weight, that's the way you do it.
You definitely need to.
Yes, I do. Naughton waits on the pitch, and coming in, making the grab is Conseca, and it will be out number 1 on the fly out. So that'll bring up Jordan Wright. Wright had a base hit her first time up. She has one of the 5 hits by the Extreme here in game number 2. And the pitch. Ooh, that'll get away from Churchill. That one takes a wicked bounce off the boards as that was inside. And moving to second base is Reinhardt. So in scoring position. And a 1-0 count to Wright. On deck will be Michaela Morehouse. Again, tossing a 1-hitter in game number 1. Popped up foul, and Churchill comes all the way to the screen, makes the grab. Nice job by Churchill. So for Churchill, she will make the grab, and that'll bring up Morehouse with 2 down, and Reinhardt at second base.
A leadoff walk for the Cheyenne Extreme, looking to go.
Morehouse back to the box, fires over to first.
Looking to go to waste.
And Pies looking into that sun, makes the grab. So 1-3, and that erases Morehouse, and that erases the Extreme. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left after 3. Cheyenne 3, and the Broadway Bombers of Scottsbluff nothing back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. And we're back at Converse Field. Boy, they don't waste any time to do the extreme. Galicia fires a couple of shots, and then they throw it on down. Leading off here in the top of the fourth inning will be Ashley Grassmick, along with Keela Peters and Ariana Canseco to lead things off. It will be Grassmick, who went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and she'll take a look at strike one on the outside. Right now, you have to give Galicia her due. She is painting the corners. 0-1 pitch. Takes something off of that one and waving at it and just getting a piece of it. Grassmick does. Fouls it back. It's 0-2.
Let's be honest with Ariana. She's been doing that this entire season, or at least her entire career, where, as we mentioned, she hit that 100 mark, at least strikeout-wise, again, last inning.
0-2 pitch, curveball that's up high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Again, Grassmick, Peters, Canseco here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Galicia, and 1 down. So for Galicia, again, looking at the numbers, 5 Ks through 3 and a third innings.
They make that strikeout number 101.
Peters now will dig in for the Bombers. Again, strike one. That's one thing that Galicia has done. She's gotten ahead of the hitters. Peters went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk in game number 1. And the pitch, she took something off of that, a little curve ball, a slow curve, and waving at it in front of it and fouling it down the left side out of play is Peters, and she now finds herself in a hole 0-2.
Ariana, Cheyenne East product, excited when we talked with her about, again, the historic first season of high school softball here in the state of Wyoming.
0-2 pitch and a riser, and that will be strikeout number 2 here in the inning. Half dozen for the game.
Go figure that Ariana Galicia is going to play at Cheyenne East for her father, who's the new head coach for the Lady Thunderbirds at Cheyenne East.
Works out perfectly, doesn't it? Canseco.
It's almost like they did that on purpose over there by Jerry Schlabs.
She will look at ball 1. Canseco was 0 for 2 in game 1. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike.
As we talked about it, Adam Galicia, head coach at Cheyenne East. Curtis Quigley, Cheyenne South, new head coach.
Fouled back to the screen, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes again. Ahead on the account is Galicia. Looking for the hat trick here, Nick. 3 Ks in an inning. Really relaxed out there is Galicia. 1-2 pitches, grounded to second. Over to first, Reinhardt makes the grab as the put out from Adair to Reinhardt wraps up the inning. And for the Bombers, they, again, nothing across the board. After 3.5, Cheyenne leads 3-0 back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Back to Converse Fields as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning on the Taco John scoreboard.
This game's cruising by.
Yeah. And Galicia, she's got a no-no through 4. Again, we mentioned Coach Quigley over at Cheyenne South along with Coach Galicia, and then Cheyenne Central naming their first head coach, Chad Whitworth, naming the first head coach ever for the girls softball program, Nick.
It'd be Kerry Barker.
So, you know.
And we've had a chance to talk with all three, and again, their strategy, their excitement for, again, this inaugural season upcoming, potentially, again, hoping as everything's still up in the air. We're still up in the air right now for high school football here in the state of Wyoming with the Activities Association, so nothing really guaranteed.
We do know for LCCC basketball, we do know that
we know for all LCCC athletics here in town, for, again, across the entire JUCO system of the NJCAA, that all athletics have been pushed to spring semester for basketball, especially, and what we're hoping to broadcast on 1480 KRAE. Games don't start in October. Instead, they're going to be starting January.
So Janie Adair will lead off here in the top of the fourth inning. She'll take ball one on the outside. Peters now your new pitcher as she comes in for Schellenberger, who, again, threw 3 innings like she did in the first contest. Peters winds, delivers, and that one will be lifted foul, out of play. And that makes the count
2-1.
2-1 to Adair.
As that cloud that has produced some lightning, looks like a little bit of rain kind of approaching our way, as we just saw a big flash out there towards center field.
2-1 pitch, and Adair bounds it foul and picked up by Pies over on the first base side. Again, Adair batting from the left side. She'll be followed by Galicia and Stewine here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Low, and the count runs full, 3-2. Again, Taco John scoreboard 3-0 in favor of the Extreme. They scored all the runs, bunches in the first. High ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Adair. And that'll bring up Galicia, who's 2 for 2. Again,
another leadoff walk here by the Bombers. Chance for the Extreme to at least hopefully cash in here.
Galicia, patient at the plate, takes a look at ball 1 outside. So for the Extreme, offensively, Galicia bounds it to first. Pies picks it up, fires over to second base. She went and tagged the bag. Will get the fielder's choice on Galicia. And moving over to second is Adair. So with that being said, the Extreme have a runner in scoring position with 1 down.
Still lead 3-0 here, bottom of the fourth.
There's a shot by Stewine. That'll be into the alley, and Stewine will round first. On her way to second, stand-up double coming to score is Adair. And the Extreme put on another number on the board, on the Taco John scoreboard. It's now 4-0 after the Trista Stewine double. She got a good shot on that pitch and drove it right to the right center field alley. That'll bring up Brogan Allen. Allen with a couple of base hits. Looks at strike 1.
Inside strike there on Allen.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, a nice pitch there by Peters.
Got Allen fooled on that one, and now she's down on the count 0-2.
0-2 count, 1 down. On deck will be Taylor Klein. And the 0-2 pitch. That one is bounded foul off to the left near the Extreme dugout.
As it seems like this rain cloud is inevitable to kind of hit our way, as it seemed like it was moving east. Now it's kind of heading right back our direction.
Well, we do have a legal game right now. And on an 0-2 count, Allen gets plunked, and she will head to first base. That's tough. Even from a baseball side, you got the batter in the hole, and then you plunk them. So hit by pitch is Brogan Allen, and Taylor Klein, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Last time hit to shortstop, who went the short way to third for the force to wrap up inning number 2. She will take ball 1.
As the Winds pick up once again here at Converse.
High ball 2. Stewine is over at second. Allen's at first. 1 down here in the inning. And the pitch, that is low in the dirt. Churchill can't find it, and everybody advances on the wild pitch.
just lost right underneath her. Couldn't find that at least.
Check, that's not Churchill back there anymore. That is Canseco who's now doing the catching. Taking something off of that pitch. It's in for a strike. And then a bad throw by Canseco, and that will allow Stewine to score on the catcher error. So
make it 5-0 now.
5-0 on the Taco John scoreboard. Klein. Whoa. Looks at ball 4.
I mean, that was a line drive almost right straight to the helmet there, but avoided the hit.
So now coming to the plate will be Jade Reinhardt. She has been on base twice in this contest. She's walked twice. Peters delivers right back up the middle for a base hit. And Allen will hold up at third. And the bags are loaded for Alexis Naughton.
Extreme looking to do some big-time damage here in the bottom of the 4th, where, again, they're only with 1 out here.
Naughton last time flied out to left field as Canseco Garcia made the catch in left field. This one is popped up short center field and making the grab. Long throw comes in. Peters will cut it off. Allen will score. And everybody is safe as they try to do the appeal. Naughton will fly out on the sack.
Coaching staff of the Bombers believing that one player didn't tag up there, but I'm saying at least calling that at least fair play.
Runners at second and third. Another run in right at the plate. She is 1 for 2.
Yes, now the Wingos really pick up here.
Yeah. Peters delivers and a swing and a miss by right. Evens the count at 1-1. That one is fouled off to the left side and out of play.
So 1-2 with 2 outs. 2 on base for the Cheyenne Extreme. Still trying to extend out the at least now 6-0 lead. If you missed game 1, it was 9-0 victory for Cheyenne Extreme.
High, and the count evens up at 2-2.
So we're looking at a kind of similar result here in game 2.
Yeah. Taco John scoreboard right now with a 6-0 lead in favor of the Extreme.
And we played enough if we have a lightning delay or a rain delay.
Right again, drills it foul to the left side.
If this game has to be called due to weather, again, it is a legal game. Which it might be a possibility as that cloud just keeps on advancing. And it looks like it's grown in size for, again, the potential of a thunderstorm.
2-2 pitch and taking something off of it. Right swings and misses. Ball is dropped by Canseco, but she fires it down to Pies, and it will be out number 3. So for the Extreme, they come up with 3 runs on a couple of hits. And after 4 here at Converse, Cheyenne leads by the count of 6-0 as we move to the top of the 5th inning. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. And welcome back. Inning number 5 with the Extreme leading by the count of 6-0 here on the Taco John scoreboard. Leading off will be the top of the order, Delaney Hahn, Alexis Jones, and Mariah Avila, as they will be the first 3 hitters, and they will face Janie Adair, who is now in, as Galicia goes 4 perfect innings. First shot by Adair is low for a ball, 1-0.
Finally under action over at Pioneer Park is Post 6 taking on USA Prime.
1-0 pitch. That's a strike. Fastball by Adair. And 1-1. Closing the books on Galicia, half dozen strikeouts, if I look at it right. Outside for a ball, 2-1. So she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts.
But the key fact for Ariana on that one is, again, picking up 100 total strikes on the season.
Swing and a miss, strike 2 by Hahn. Well, and also too, when you throw a gem like she did today, nobody getting on base at all, not one walk. She got ahead of just about every hitter. And Adair takes something off, strike 3. As Hahn swings and misses, that'll bring up Alex Jones.
Updating now to Pioneer Park, where USA Prime does have the 1-0 lead over Cheyenne Post 6, top of the first in that contest. Nobody out.
Jones digs in from the left side here in the top of the 5th inning.
Cheyenne Post 6 also on a bit of a winning streak.
Pitches outside for a ball as Jones ran up on it like she wanted to drop it down.
Post 6 coming off of the Caba tournament where they didn't make it to the Sunday's championship game, but again, they are still coming off of a win streak in that tournament.
Inside fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, as we look at that storm more north of us, northeast of us, 1-0 pitch. Adair tried to drop it down again and actually fouled it off near the extreme dugout. So again, Adair with some good pepper on the ball right now.
And we talk about that storm up to the north, but it's kind of approaching very slowly this way towards the Converse Fields.
Try to drop a curveball on the outside corner and just missing. It's 2-2. So I would, if you're out on I-25 and you're going north, I'd be a little cautious of that storm. Fouled back to the screen on the left side, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. There's one out here in the inning.
I think that's more so towards US 85 if you're heading towards Torrington.
Well, yeah, I guess, sure. You know, because it started out north. 2-2 pitch. That one is going to be bounded to third. Allen fires over to first, and Morehouse makes the grab, who's now moved over at first base. So 5-3 on the scorecard, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
As both teams right now on the defensive positioning kind of play a little bit of musical chairs, just getting everyone those looks for, again, potential remaining games of this 2020, at least summertime, at least opportunity for these teams.
Mariah Avila at the bat, and she will foul the first pitch back, 0-1. Avila was a strikeout victim of Galicia back in the first inning. Stewine still back behind the plate, calling the pitches. And that one right down the middle, strike 2.
With the cloud cover, though, it does, as we talk about it, is that time right now here at Converse where, you know, you talk about the right side of the infield and outfield, that sun would be blinding them right now.
Popped up, playable, Stewine, and actually Adair was calling for Stewine, and she just came in and took it herself. So for the Bombers, again, they go down in order, nothing across the board. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cheyenne leads on the Taco John scoreboard, 6-0. We're back after this here on 1480 KRAE. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning as the Extreme things well under control, winning the opener 9-0. And now here in the nightcap, they are well ahead, 6-0 here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, only one hit by the Bombers through 11 innings. Peters will deliver to Morehouse, who will lead off here in the bottom of the 5th.
That tells you how fantastic the pitching is for Cheyenne Extreme from Morehouse, from Galicia.
Morehouse beats it foul, and count now is 1-1. Morehouse, Adair, and Galicia to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning on the Taco John scoreboard. Well, that one inside, a little chin music there as Morehouse kind of ducks away from it. Again, with the ladies, they got the face mask for the helmets. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that, and the count evens at 2-2.
Okay, we'll look over to Coach Adam Galicia to get signs.
2-2 pitch. That one is hit to short. Avila makes the play, fires over to Pies, and 6-3 on the scorecard, 1 down. That'll bring up Adair along with Galicia coming up in the on-deck circle. Janie Adair, who is 0 for 2, walked her last time, scored a run. And will drive that into right field for a base hit. Right in between Pies and also looking at, I do believe their second baseman is Maddie Johnston. So right in between them. So base hit.
So I talk about that cloud cover, at least now the sun peeking out here, at least Converse.
Makes it tough. Galicia, as Adair's trying to swipe second, and she does so. As Galicia will take the strike call. Wasn't in protection mode, she just let it go. 0-1 pitch. That one inside as that rides high. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Extreme at least looking to add to the 6-0 lead. Runner in scoring position again.
Galicia weakly hit to Johnston, and did Johnston get her? Yes, she did. Nice job that time by Maddie Johnston to Pius. And on the 6-3, check that 4-3, 2 down.
But it'll advance the runner over to third base, so chance here to add.
And that'll bring up Trista Stewine. Stewine had a double her last time. She scored twice. She walked in the first inning. So that one inside. So 1 for 2 here in game number 2 of the double dip. And the pitch. Whoa, that's drilled foul. Just got out in front of that one. So a ball and a strike now to Stewine.
Yeah, that was a line drive straight out to left.
She smacked that thing. That's one where you can run for a while. 1-1 pitch. That is high. Ball 2 on deck will be Brogan Allen. Adair just making some movements over at third base, but bluffing and not doing anything. But they're keeping their eye on her. Stewine looks at ball 3. Again, coming down the line, and she'll retreat back to third.
As right now in this contest, we're approaching that time limit.
3-1 pitch, and hit by the pitch of Stewine. So she will get the freebie.
So not what the Broadway Bombers were hoping for. Now with 2 outs, you got runners on first and third.
Runners on the corners for Brogan Allen, who was also hit by a pitch her last time up. Again, the Extreme with a 6-0 lead, looking to really break it open here with 2 down. Allen hits it hard, and they'll go the short way, and nice job that time by Avila as she goes over to Johnson, 6-4, and Allen and the Extreme are erased here in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning as they come up with no runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left after 5 on the Taco John scoreboard. It's the Extreme 6 and the Bombers nothing. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. Well, a game that's moved rather quickly, Nick, as we now move to the top of 6 innings. It's 7-inning games, and it looks like we may get all 7 in. I think we were just talking to the umpire. He said there was about 13 minutes left, so unless the Extreme put it out of range in the bottom of the 6th inning, this one may go the distance. So leading off will be Kimber Schallenberger, who was a strikeout victim her first time up. She will dig in and foul it back 0-1 right away. So that's one thing that both Adair and Galicia have done very well here in Game 2. They've gotten ahead.
Well, that's kind of the key thing, and that's what probably Coach Adam Galicia is expecting out of his pitching staff.
0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a base hit into right field. They're going to try to throw out, and Schallenberger will beat out. So that is the second hit for the Bombers in the doubleheader. And that was a nice shot right in between first and second.
And that is the kind of shocking, surprising thing as you're talking second hit in both games. Yeah. As, again, we had 6 innings played there. We're, again, top 6 here.
Arroyo had the other hit in Game 1. At the plate is Sasha Pies, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 offering from Adair, and that's high, ball 2. I don't think you're going to see Schallenberger moving much, down by a half dozen, unless it's something in the dirt. 1-1 pitch, strike 2 on the inside, catching the corner. So ball and 2 strikes.
Ball and 2 strikes with runner on first base and no outs here for Broadway.
Check swing, and she'll lay off of it. Ball high, 2-2. You know, and it's interesting, too, with the Schallenberger hit. That is the first base runner they've had here in this contest. Well, they at least got some free passes in Game 1. 2-2 pitch on the corner, outside corner, and right across the letter, strike 3 call.
As you're talking about that first base runner here in this at least second game contest, tells you how dominant of a performance Cheyenne Extreme have been putting up here in this doubleheader.
Well, Morehouse along with Galicia and now Adair, again, all 3 have pitched well.
I don't think well's a perfect word for that. Pretty much they've been.
Well, let's put it this way.
They're perfect.
They haven't missed a beat from Laramie. Churchill swings and misses, strike 1.
But I think of what the performance you're seeing by all pitching, at least pitchers so far for the Extreme, has been near perfect.
And this will be fouled off to the left and out of play, 0-2. Well, and again, too, you know.
As we're talking again, Morehouse was just a few hits away from pitching a no-no. Galicia going technically perfect for, through the short innings due to her shoulder injury.
Strike 3 right at the knees and back-to-back called strikeouts, and that'll bring up Maddie Johnston with 2 outs. Again, it goes back to the state tournament last weekend where Adam Galicia really needed the pitching to go along with the hitting, and the pitching has pretty much stayed, it's delivered. Down to the third base side, Allen, and Morehouse drops it. So it will be an error on Morehouse at third base, and with runners now at first and second, Allen threw it right in the glove. But again, too, here's that sun that we've talked about. And I've played on these fields, so I know exactly how this is.
You see Michaela kind of squinting out there, holding at least hand in front of her face.
That'll bring up Arroyo, who takes strike 1. But unfortunately for Morehouse, it's still an error, and runners are at first and second. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I feel Michaela's Payne sitting out here in front of the little media area. I get the sun directly into my eyes as well.
0-2 count. Adair winds, fires, strike 3. And I mean, she fired 3 rockets. And Arroyo strikes out, so she got 3 Ks in the inning. So for the Bombers, they came up with no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. Bottom of the 6th inning, and it's on the Taco John scoreboard showing Cheyenne Extreme leading 6-0. Back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE. To the bottom of the 6th inning on the Taco John scoreboard, 6-0 our score. Taylor Klein along with Jade Reinhardt. Alexis Naughton will come up to the plate for the Extreme here in the bottom of 6. I was mentioning to my son that, even when your sister was playing, obviously, more of the City League, but very rarely, even when we had tournaments, did we get 6 innings in. We would probably get 4, maybe 5 at the most.
But again, this game has gone by so quickly as it's just been up and down, just 3 up, 3 down for both sides.
Klein reaches out and will sky it to left field, and
evident right there by first pitch, and it's 1 out already for the Cheyenne Extreme here in the bottom of the 6th.
Jade Reinhardt will step up. She's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Piece of paper, I do believe, on the field.
Get some trash on the field.
And more trash. Hey, what is this, Candlestick Park? What? Like I said, I'm old enough to remember, Nick, before they enclosed Candlestick when it was wide open. It was like a litter fest. Well, a nice stop by Atlas. She knocked it down and then throws it away, and it will be an automatic bag as it goes outside. I'm going to give Reinhardt a base hit on that one. She hit it hard. So she's going to come on out, and I do believe that's going to be Marissa Morehouse that will pinch run for her. So for Reinhardt, perfect on the game 2. And moving to second base on the throw-in error. That'll bring up not base hit into left field. That one will get past and go all the way to the fence. As Morehouse will score, Naughton will try for 3, and she's going to be she's underneath the tag. Wow. So give Naughton a base hit and basically a 2-base error. So Naughton will move to third. Morehouse will score.
And we'll add to now 7-0 lead for the Cheyenne Extreme with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, the bats coming alive here as middle part of the order is starting to fire away.
And it looks like we're going to have a change here from the Bombers.
Well, actually, Coach Jones.
More of a mound visit.
Coach Jones is going to come on out and just talk to his young ladies. Score right now is 7-0. You got Naughton at third. Wright is your batter, Jordan Wright. She'll be followed by Michaela Morehouse. And again, too, with Marissa Morehouse coming in for Reinhardt, she was one of the bring-ups by Adam Galicia, because when we talked to him Friday, he wasn't sure if he was going to have 9, but yesterday he told us he had 9 and 1 more. So at least he had 10 for this doubleheader.
Found a way to foot up a team for this doubleheader.
Yeah.
And again, there's potential more games on the schedule for the Extreme for at least 2020.
Wright goes to the right side, and it's caught coming in on the sack as Naughton. She will slide in under the tag. So Wright with the sack fly to right field.
Now make it an 8-0 advantage for the Cheyenne Extreme, and that is ball game.
So that will wrap things up as the Taco John scoreboard says ball game. So for the Extreme in the bottom of the 6th inning as the game's called on an 8-0 umpire's call, they come up with 2 runs, 2 hits, and no runners left. Final score on the Taco John scoreboard, it's the Cheyenne Extreme winning both ends of the doubleheader. They win 9-0 in the opener, 8-0 in the nightcap, and we will be back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College has been something that's always been on the back of my mind.
This is where I found what I wanted, one of my passions, what I really love to do.
In class, I feel more engaged.
the people here do care about you and they want to help you succeed, and like
They make it so easy to be a parent and be able to still go to school.
I like the way I'm improving.
I love being, a part of the KRAE family, and I'm glad I made this step in my life.
Welcome back to Converse Field. The Cheyenne Extreme now make it 6 in a row, Nick, as they lost their opening pool play game in Laramie, then bounced back to win 4 to get the state championship. They take the doubleheader sweep here. They score 17 runs in this doubleheader sweep and don't give up a run, and only gave up 2 hits over 12 innings.
Well, again, you're looking at the previous contest for the Cheyenne Extreme, where right now a 6-game winning streak for them, again, puts them at least right now on pretty good, at least, pace to whatever next contest they may have here in 2020. But, again, looking at some of these previous victories of the 6-game winning streak, in 15-0, 18-0, 6-4 against Gillette, 10-1 against Gillette, and then 9-0, 7-0. So in a matter of 6 games, 6 victories, you've only allowed 5 total runs. Again, less than a run you're averaging allowed to an opposing team in 6 games.
Well,
that's pretty phenomenal on your defensive side, but also to the pitching staff that has really stepped up.
Well, and Michaela Morehouse, you look at game 1, she went the distance. She went all 6 innings and gave up the 1 hit, and it was a 2-out single by Arroyo.
Had the complete game slate, at least, shut out against Broadway and, again, Ariana, where she could have probably gone the distance as well, too. But as we have alluded to, and Coach Galisa talked to us.
A little tenderness in the shoulder.
Yeah, so, again, she can't go the distance. But, again, in the time that she had, she stepped up and was pretty phenomenal.
4 innings of work for her, and she was perfect in those 4 innings, and with a half dozen strikeouts. And then you bring in Janie Adair, who came in and mopped up for the final 2 innings and gave up the 1 hit. So, again, you look at the Broadway Bombers in 2 games, 12 innings, 2 hits today. This is a team that came in 11-7-1, so they were above the Mendoza line. They're not a bad team.
They've had games under their belt, had again, not a lengthy, at least, season as Cheyenne Extreme. They got a late start to it, but yes, it's not like it's their first contest. So they've seen action. They've seen opposing teams, but again, coming out here where it's tough to play against Cheyenne Extreme, especially in their home field, again, they found out the hard way today of, hey, it's tough to win here.
Well, and again, the Extreme putting up 8 runs in game number 2 on the Taco John scoreboard. 8 runs on 10 hits, and then in game 1 they put up 9 runs. So again, 17 runs for the Cheyenne Extreme, and again, not a bad doubleheader here at home, like you mentioned, as they honored those that have been that are going to be leaving the program.
As it's indicating that it will be the final home contest, but again, to be determined, as we thought the Gehring contest a couple weeks ago was going to be the last home contest for the Cheyenne Extreme. So could Coach Galicia have teams calling eventually to say, hey, we want one more doubleheader or one more action to round out summertime here 2020? You never know. Again,
well, the
schedule is kind of fluid right now with the Extreme.
You're going to have to get if you're going to call Coach Galicia to play here at Cheyenne at Converse, you're going to have to get things done about before mid-August, because that's when colleges start and school, and if they do have the high schools, Nick.
Okay, but there's still plenty of time though for the Extreme to put up, at least get some games under their belt. Again, a lot of state tournaments are wrapping up or have already at least happened. We know the Wyoming and Colorado state tournaments have already wrapped up. So again, there's opportunities out there. There are no regional tournaments. There are no national tournaments on the softball side, as kind of same with American Legion and Connie Mack and at least Triple Crown. So there are opportunities. So it's right now in 2020, never say never of one more doubleheader, one more chance here in 2020 for these seniors a part of this squad to at least play one more game here in the Cap City. So, again, only time will tell. And, again, we'll get that information from Coach Galicia as again, as soon as he knows about it. But action as we talk about the doubleheader, at least sweep advantage for the Cheyenne Extreme here at Converse, happening across town at Pioneer Park. Again, this is day one of the Gabe Pando tournament happening here in town. Again, as Cheyenne Post 6 in action at Pioneer Park. Right now they are trailing USA Prime 2-1, top of the second inning in that contest.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're hoping to have Coach Adam Gleason join us here on our post-game show. Again, the final score on the Taco John scoreboard, it was Cheyenne Extreme winning 8-0. We're back after this timeout on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Welcome back to Converse Fields, where the Cheyenne Extreme double dip on the Broadway Bombers. Again, 9-0 in the opener, 8-0 in the nightcap. First, let's talk about game one. Michaela Morehouse going the distance and tossing a one-hitter, a two-out, no-no in the bottom of the sixth inning or in the top of the sixth inning that Arroyo gets the base hit and puts a quash to the no-hitter. But other than that, your young ladies just look strong in all facets today.
Yeah, I was proud of Michaela. She's from her injury from last year, she's come a long way. She had good winter workouts, and her progression in our short season this year, if we keep working through this fall and winter, I'm looking for big things from her next year.
Talk about dominance. How about game two between Ariana and Janie? Yeah. I mean, your daughter was just, I think, like baseball, Coach, she was always ahead, and they were always off balance.
Yeah. And, when we've been getting her some therapy in on her arm and stuff, and she's feeling good, and which when her forearm's good, her spins are good. And just from watching the at-bats, she was spinning that ball pretty good. Janie comes in there, and she's just my fireball. She brings the heat. One thing we got to perfect on her is getting that off-speed going. When she gets that off-speed, it changes her game night and day, because eventually teams will catch up to her. But that's, both those are number ones for almost every team we play.
May not have had a lot of hits in this game, but you strung them together at the right time, coupled with some walks. But I think of Brogan Allen, I think of, Ariana with some key hits. But you played a lot of alley ball today. You're knotting with Alexis hitting that one to the alley. Then you had three in a row where you had doubles, started off with Alexis and Morehouse again winning to the alley. It just seemed like this team was locked in for Broadway today.
Yeah, they are, and man, I wish. Yeah, I mean, our team is clicking now, and I wish we weren't, towards the end of our season, because we were just like I've been telling you, we've been ready to get on a roll now. We got three solid pitchers. Most teams come into games, they have two pitchers, and we're just ready to go and I just wish we could continue on for another 2 months, and I'm just anxious to see where we got. Like I said, we were expecting to get about 75 games in this year, and I was expecting us to just really go compete for a national title.
Well, Coach Jones didn't bring in a slouch team. They're 11-7-1. Schallenberger had her difficulties on the mound. Peters came in. She did a pretty good job in relief. But I mean, again, you beat a team that is from another state. They got a late start, but again, they're above 500, so that was good competition today. You just got them on a bad day.
Yeah, they have a couple players on their team that are just solid. I mean, I don't remember the young lady's name. She played third base and shortstop, and man, she's just a battler out there. She has a good stick.
Avila.
Yeah, and she good glove, good stick, and so she's kind of exciting to watch. It's a good coach team, and so they're always going to be competitive.
So, what's next?
So I'm still trying to get the doubleheader set up for next Thursday. We're trying to get the NC Sting, Northern Colorado Sting in here. Hopefully we can get that doubleheader going. Then it looks like we should have enough girls to get in that Rocky Mountain Showcase next weekend in Loveland. And then we're going to end the season with they call it new tournament, Tribute to Seniors. That'll be in Fort Lupton. And so, that'll probably be the end of our season. We still have some showcase camps after that. That's going to be more individual stuff, and we may get a team together, but it's not going to be our team.
And Nick and I were talking, and realistically, Coach, you got to get done probably with the softball season by the end of July, because kids are going to start working out for volleyball and whatever fall, summer sports go on in their respective high schools, and those that are taking off for college as well, too. So if you get into that first couple weeks of August, I think you're going to be scrapping for players.
Oh, yeah. And there's good – Nebraska, we can't go anywhere. They're literally done the first weekend in August. Colorado teams are done the first weekend in August just because of their coach-player contact rules. So for 16s and 18s, that's going to be it.
Well, we want to thank you so much for allowing us to be out here. Again, great pitching performance by Morehouse, your daughter, as well as Janie Adair. Again, it was fun to call these two games today.
I appreciate you guys coming out.
Adam Gleason joining us here on 1480 KRAE, again on the Taco John scoreboard. Double dip win for the Cheyenne Extreme. 9-0 in the opener, 8-0 in the nightcap. We'll take one last time out. We'll be right back after this. As we get ready to wrap things up here, again, thank you to the Cheyenne Extreme 18 and under organization for allowing us to bring you double header action. Our fourth games that our third and fourth games that we've had with Extreme in this really unique year of 2020. Will we be back out here next Thursday? We're hoping. We're hoping that we get that opportunity. We know that Fort Lupton might be a crapshoot, and we know Loveland is going to probably be out altogether. So if we get that opportunity again, hopefully we can at least be here at Converse next week, Nick, and bring a doubleheader.
And again, that's just right now up to those teams. Again, as Coach Galise is saying, hey, we're trying to get that Northern Colorado team in. So again, it's as 2020 has been fluid as we've seen of what is able to play, what we're able to do. Again, as we've tried to attend a few of these tournaments, again, basically all we can say is we're going to attempt to cover as much of the remaining season for the Cheyenne Extreme as we can. But again, it's to be determined. We'll see how it is, but keep posted on our social media sites. At Nick Wild Sports on Twitter, 1480 KRAE's Facebook page, on Sports Talk Today's Facebook page as well too. Again, that's where you're going to get the best information of if we're doing it or if we can't. Right. Basically.
And again, we want to thank those of you at home those of you that have grandchildren that are playing, or nieces on the team, or just family members in general, we want to thank you for joining us today. Again, we live streamed this on YouTube, 1480 KRAE, as well as also Periscope via Twitter. Did not do the radio side today. And again, coming up next Thursday, we'll probably, if we do get that opportunity, we'll probably do the same thing. We'll probably just live stream it. But again, as you mentioned, Nick, you'll give them plenty of advance notice that we will be here and doing the ballgame. So for Nick Proietti, I'm Larry Proietti. We wrap things up here from Converse. Again, final scores, game 1, 9-0, with the Cheyenne Extreme defeating the Broadway Bombers in the nightcap. It was the Extreme getting the doubleheader sweep with an 8-0 whitewash. Only 2 hits given up by 3 pitchers for the Extreme in 12 innings of work. And again, the Extreme looked pretty doggone good after their state championship win. So for Nick Proietti and Larry Proietti, we sign off on our live stream here on 1480.